This is Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D., and we are live right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. What is up? Good morning to my family, my Finlaws. Super excited that y'all are hanging out with me today. We got a great show lined up for you today. Why is that? Because it's Wildin' Out Wednesday. Let's go. Super excited about it. We're going to have an amazing show lined up for you today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure y'all are here. Stay tuned. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good show. I'm your host, Stephen D. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Hopefully there's some spread kindness today. We're going to find out. It is Wildin' Out Wednesday. Wildin' Out Wednesday. Right here on Clock Blockers. You can also look up Miami Sports Music on all social media platforms at Miami Sports Music and at MIA Sports Music as well. Want to remind you guys as well, hey, make sure you hit the like button. Have you hit it yet? Have you hit that like button? I'm not playing with y'all. Hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are less than 60 subscribers away. Less than 60 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. Let me tell you how big of a deal that is. Less than 60 subscribers away from 10,000. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And we're excited to be a part of it. We're excited to be here. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Wait till we get to 10,000. When we do get to 10,000, we're going to do a big giveaway. And let me tell you, that giveaway is in the mail because I got a text this morning from none other than Zachary from ZSM Sports himself with a tracking number and everything. I got all the stuff coming. So, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So if y'all are waiting for stuff from me, just know it's going to be coming on the way here real soon. As soon as I get it, I expect it'll be here in a couple of days. So, hey, look, if you want to sign up and become a member of the channel today, super excited about that. Sign up today. Make sure you sign up and become a member of the family. Definitely want to see you there. It's going to be good stuff. It's going to be real good stuff, actually. So make sure you sign up today, become a member of the family. Also, help the channel grow by donating. That's right. Help the channel grow by donating. Your donations help the channel move forward and grow. Even if it's $1, it goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. There's 3 different ways you guys can donate to the channel. The first way is using the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat. You guys can click that button. You guys can do $1, $5, $10, $100, $500, $1 million. Doesn't matter. Just whatever it does. Whatever you are able to donate, just remember it goes such a long way. I do want to remind you all, on Wildin' Out Wednesday too, it gets a little crazy, right? And so some of the things that we do, one of the things that we do here, especially on Wildin' Out Wednesday, is we give you guys a lot of opportunities to control the platform, which means if you don't like what somebody's saying, you can time somebody out for 10 minutes with a $10 donation. You can get them out of here. Say, I don't like what you're saying. You're gone for 10 minutes. If you really don't like what somebody's saying and you had just had enough with them today, you could be like, all right, I've had enough of you. You're gone for the day, $50. $50 gets somebody banned for the day. And this is all in good fun. It's all in good jest. Don't take it the wrong way. We have fun with it here on Wildin' Out Wednesday. And if you've had enough of this person, you can get somebody gone for a week for $100. And if you want somebody gone for a month, it's $200. I do want to remind you, people can bring themselves back by doubling up what they paid. So if somebody doubled what they paid, so if somebody banned somebody for $50 for the day, they can pay $100 and bring themselves back. They can bring themselves back to life. There's millions of different ways. If they are a non-Miami Dolphin fan, they can be voted off the panel at any time. It is Wildin' Out Wednesday. It's a big deal. We do big things here. It gets a little crazy. You know, you gotta put on your fighting jacket. You got to get ready to go into battle. The debate is real here. It's good stuff. I like it. A lot of people do. We're going to have fun with it today. Also, if you guys want to donate on Cash App or PayPal, you're able to do it that way too. You can use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network, or you can use PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network. The QR codes are right here on the screen. You can just pause it, use the QR code, or just pause it, use the QR code. You guys can use that. Shout out to ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, an amazing sponsor of the show. Like I said, they just sent out a box full of stuff that people have already won, as well as future prizes. I'm going to be getting some really good stuff here in the mail here in the next few days. So I'm excited about it. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports, especially if you guaranteed to need something for the holidays. Let me tell you, he's got a lot of good stuff. He just did a big signing with Cater Kahoo, Darth Cater, that is. It's good stuff. So make sure y'all do that. Cars, jerseys, balls. Go follow him on Instagram at SportsZSM. Hangry Owls, good food, good mood. We love Hangry Owls. Why do we love Hangry Owls? Because they have the best subs in South Florida. Make sure you go give them a call at 305-279-5332. Use the code word SKPL. You get $3 off of your subs at any time when you go to Hangry Owls using the code word SKPL. If you do it on Friday, you get $6 off your subs. That's basically a free sub. So make sure on Spread Kindness Friday, you go visit Hangry Owls, 16606 Sheridan Street in Pembroke Pines. Use the code word SKPL. You get $6 off of whatever you get there. It's awesome. Okay. We love Hangry Owls. Make sure you go follow them on Instagram and Facebook at HANGRYALS. We love it. Hey, you like some Vasosaur? Some Vasosaur? We love some Vasosaur. Vasosaur is absolutely amazing. They have a brewery in Wynwood, and they have the best beer in the world. Born and raised, the official beer of CLOCKBLOCKERS. Why is that? Because it was a beer that was made for the fans, Miami Dolphin fans, by fans, Miami Dolphins fans. And just like this show, it's made for a fan, by a fan. Born and raised, the official beer of CLOCKBLOCKERS. But Vasosaur is absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys go visit them in Wynwood. And I just want to give you all a huge reminder that the Buffalo Bills game, whatever it's going to be, whatever date and time it's going to be, we are going to have a huge watch party down at Vasosaur Brewing Company. And it's going to be hosted by Dolph Freaky, a.k.a. the Miami Dolphin Fan of the Year, and myself, Stephen D. Super stoked about that. We're going to have special guests coming on through. We're going to have Batman in here. It's going to be good times. We're going to hopefully have CB83 in there. Hopefully. Good times. We don't know yet, but hopefully he comes. We're going to have the Honorable Solo D in there. We're going to have Cameron in there. We're going to have our girl Tamaris in there. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of cool people, and some Miami Dolphins special guests might be showing up too. We're still waiting to hear back on how that's going to be. So, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Tail Greeter is going to be in the building. Hopefully, you're going to have to RSVP to it. It's going to be a free event, but you're going to have to RSVP to it because we think it's going to be a packed house, and we want to make sure that you get in using the Tail Greeter app whenever that gets uploaded. And I'm hoping it gets uploaded today or tomorrow. You'll just go ahead and RSVP to it, and it'll be good stuff. Okay, so make sure y'all do that. It's going to be awesome. Be on the lookout for the Tail Greeter RSVP there. Also, what else? What else we got? A great place to sit.com. You guys need tickets to the game this weekend? That's right. In San Francisco or next Sunday night, which I'll get into. We'll talk a little bit about there. Make sure you guys go to a great place to sit.com. And remember, the price you see is the price you get. But here's the best part. If you give them a call at 954-989-7979 and use the code word DWA, you will get 5% off on your tickets. So make sure you guys use a great place to sit.com. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. So make sure you guys use a great place to sit.com. What else? What else we got up in here? Tail Greeter. We love Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is absolutely amazing. Download the free app today on your current Apple or Android device today. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. Make sure you download it. Sign up. Make sure your profile is good. So that way, whenever you guys need to, there's free tailgates. There's tailgates that cost money all around the world, not just Miami. It's got the famous East 32 Dolphins tailgate up there, which you guys know and love, which is where we do the Tailgater pregame show at each and every home game. We will not be out there for the next home game for the Green Bay Packers game because that's on Christmas Day, but we will be out there for the Jets game. So it'll be good stuff. So make sure you all do that. All right. All right, without further ado, it is Wildin' Out Wednesday. That's right, Dolphin Chat Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be good stuff. I'm excited, man. I am excited. It's going to be good stuff. All right, man, look. Sorry, coughing this morning. Want to make sure I'm good, too, especially with me leaving. So next week, I will not be here, but there will still be the morning show. Just want to remind you all about that. Every day, there'll be somebody. Tuesday, we are going to have Nando Talk and Nikki Smokes do Tuesday morning. Wednesday, Batman will host Wildin' Out Wednesday. Thursday, my man Jason Sarney will be, or actually, no, wait, I think it's CB83. It's CB83 and Cameron and Tamaris. They'll be hosting Thursday, and then Friday will be Jason Sarney. And I don't have anybody for Monday quite yet, but I have a couple of people in the waiting game. So I'll tell you who's going to be hosting. But next week, you're covered. You're going to have a morning show, and it'll probably be more on time than I usually am. So it'll be good. You'll be covered, and we'll still have all the evening shows. It'll be good stuff. Yeah, it'll be great. So make sure you all do that. All right. Let's kind of get into it before I open up the lines and everything. Again, make sure y'all follow me at Stephen D SKPL, and make sure y'all subscribe to this channel here. We are less than 60 subscribers away from 10,000. Just want to remind you all of that. That's a big deal. The Miami Dolphins, big stuff. News dropping yesterday evening. The Miami Dolphins were flexed. The Chargers game was flexed into Sunday Night Football 2 weeks from now. So, I mean, look, that was awesome news. I was excited about it. If you haven't heard already, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but the Dolphins-Chargers games has been flexed from 4 o'clock to the Sunday night game 2 weeks from now. So, just so y'all know, that's going to be 3 straight weeks that the Miami Dolphins are going to be on national TV. 3 straight weeks. They're going to be Sunday night Chargers. They're going to be whatever time the Bills game is, because we know that's going to get flexed into a primetime slot, Saturday night. Maybe even the following Sunday night. They might get back-to-back Sunday night games. That'll be very interesting to see. And then the following week, the Dolphins Green Bay Packers game is the only 1 o'clock game on Christmas Day. There's 3 games on Christmas Day, and the Dolphins are the 1 o'clock. So technically, that's a national game. It's not prime time, but it's national. So 3 national games back to back to back. If that doesn't tell you what the NFL is starting to think of the Miami Dolphins, I don't know what does. It's exciting right now to be a Miami Dolphins fan. And if you were not, check your pulse. It's gonna be good stuff from here on out. I'm looking forward to this week's game because I think it's going to be the biggest test yet for the Miami Dolphins. Am I nervous about some things? Of course I am. But I think that the Miami Dolphins, when it's all said and done, over the next 3 weeks, are going to show the world that we belong at the top. Are we the best yet? I don't know. But we're going to show that we belong where we're at, and that's second in the AFC, entire AFC. And I hope we stay there. I think we will. I think the next 3 weeks will be a good measuring stick of where we are as a franchise. We look at the San Francisco 49ers right now. I think it's our biggest test yet. The last 4 opponents for the San Francisco 49ers, they have not given up any points in the second half of the last 4 opponents. And they shut out New Orleans last week. Now, we're 10 times better than New Orleans is on offense. No doubt about that. But let's also call it a spade when it comes to the O-line. And if Teron Armstead's not there, it's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be a touch matchup. if I'm honest with myself, the best part about the Dolphins being 8-3 is they have a cushion. The Dolphins, in no way, they will make the playoffs. I am convinced 100% they're a playoff team. And I'm also convinced that when they make the playoffs, they'll win a playoff game. The question now is, how good are we? Right? The question and this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. And if you don't, you'll get up here in a little bit on Wildin' Out Wednesday and you'll disagree with me or agree with me or whatever the case is. But understand, this team is the most talented it's ever been in the last 30 years. It has some of the best players in all of the NFL: Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle, Jeff Wilson. I mean, we're talking, some really great, Teron Armstead, Bradley Chubb. We are talking some of the best at their positions in all of the NFL. And that's fun to watch. Christian Wilkins, that's fun to watch. You could go onto the entire roster and point to somebody and say, yeah, they're top 3 or top 5 or maybe even top 10 in all of the NFL at their position. Or top 1 in Tyreek's case, maybe 1 in 1A along with Justin Jefferson. But, again, it's, how can you not be excited about what's going on right now with the Miami Dolphins? They've never been in a position like this before. Am I pumping them up? Of course I am. I should. I'm a Dolphins fan. They're about to have 3 straight national televised games starting after this week. They have their biggest test that's coming up. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. William Perry with the $5 donation says, yes, Stephen, Von954 and I will host your show Monday. We'll be changing the name to Miami Dolphins Laugh Time Show. I like it. You guys are great. No, I think that the Dolphins are on a trajectory right now that will move them forward with where they're at as a franchise. And we're going to find that out over the next 3 weeks. Now, let's play devil's advocate here, shall we? If the Dolphins come out and go 0-3 or 1-2, do I think it's the end of the world? No, I'm not. I'm not going to think it's the end of the world. What I am going to think, though, just to be perfectly honest with you, is where our shortcomings are at, aka the O-line. They need to be tremendously upgraded and revamped in the offseason. But I think we have everything. But if I'm honest with myself, the O-line is good enough to win football games now. And I understand we're going off of the second half of that Houston game, and that's our recent memory, and that sucks because, man, that second half in Houston, that was embarrassing, and that sucked to watch. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I was cussing up a storm. I was throwing things. I was not in a good mood as a Dolphins fan watching that second half of the Houston game. But I also have seen this team this year. And I've been where I have said to myself in watching them, man, even if Teron Armstead's out, they can win football games. They can make the necessary adjustments. I don't know where they were at this past Sunday in the second half, but I think that they can make the necessary adjustments using a week-long extended period. My hope is that they use 2 tight end sets, Alec Ingold, Myles Gaskin. I hope that they get extended playing time for blocking schemes. I hope we see a lot of that. I hope that we see, some trick plays come out. I think when it's all said and done, Miami's going to be fine on Sunday. And Miami's going to be and it's not outside of the opinion to be like, wow, the Dolphins, not only could they win, they could put up some points. Now, I'm going to respect their defense. I'm going to respect San Fran's defense. I am. Kevin Lee with the $10 donation. He said, what's good, Stephen D? I'm ready to smack the 49ers and be 9-3 on Sunday. And now I've got 2 straight primetime games, most likely Sunday nights, starting next week. Finally getting recognition by the NFL. Let's go. I agree with you, Kevin. This is what, as Dolphin fans, we have been waiting for the last 25 years. The last 25 years, we on average get 1, maybe 2 primetime games every year. And there's been many of years where we didn't get any. But on average, we get 1 or 2. Right? We're going to have, I mean, you got to think, we had the Thursday night game in Cincinnati. That didn't work out too good for us, but so be it. It was a primetime game. We had the Sunday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I was at. Great game, defensively especially. We won. Okay, that's 2. That's 2 national primetime games. And then next week we're going to get, or not this coming up weekend, but the following weekend, the following 3 weeks, 3, 4, 5. 5. That's not to mention that Jets game at the end of the year possibly could move into a primetime. Possibly. 5 primetime, 5 national games, 5 nationally televised games for the Dolphins this year. That's come on. We've wanted this for years. We want the recognition by the NFL. They moved. Here's the best part about them moving the Chargers game into primetime with the Dolphins. They moved Patty Mahomes out of primetime. The NFL said, hey, look, we're going to take our most interesting player in the world and Patrick Mahomes and move him out of primetime because we want to see Tua Tagovailoa in primetime to go against Justin Herbert. Come on. If that doesn't make you say that the NFL's putting some respect on the Miami Dolphins, what will? They moved Patrick Mahomes out of primetime. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody said, oh, it has more to do with Russell Wilson than it does Patrick Mahomes. I get it. I'm telling you right now, you have Patrick Mahomes in primetime, you're going to get eyes. People are going to watch. The same thing with Dallas. Why is Dallas in a primetime game? Against, what is it, the Colts? Isn't that what's coming up? Where's NFL games? NFL games. I'm going to look this up because I just want to make sure I'm saying this right. Right? The Sunday night game this week is the Colts and the Cowboys. The Colts and the Cowboys, but they couldn't flex. They didn't want to flex that game out. So to me, there goes your theory or your logic of it has more to do with Russ than whatever. Who wants to see the Colts in prime time? I don't. And I know 90% of the NFL won't. I get it. I understand. It's the Cowboys and everybody watches the Cowgirls. I get it. I understand it. But let me tell y'all something. I think more people will tune in to Patrick Mahomes than the Cowboys. Do you think more people will tune in to watch Patrick Mahomes than the Dallas Cowboys? People are watching you know who's watching Dallas Cowboy games? Cowboys fans. You know who's watching Patrick Mahomes? Everybody, because everybody wants to see the best play. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I'm just telling you what my opinion is. And looking around the NFL is giving the Miami this whole thing is saying that the NFL's respecting the Dolphins. They flexed out Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson to have Tua Tagovailoa against Justin Herbert. I just need y'all to understand, just for a quick second, put your mind. This is respect. We've asked the NFL for a very long time, put some respect on the Dolphins. Well, they just did. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm excited about it. I'm super stoked about it. And if I was on the left coast, which I'm not, shout out to NorCal, man, come on. Back-to-back weeks. You got the 49ers, probably the best game in all of football next weekend. Don't care what anybody says. 49ers Dolphins will be the best game in the NFL this weekend. And the following week, you get primetime Herbert and Tua? Come on. Come on. How can you not be pumped? How can you not be pumped? I'm pumped about it, man. And I think that it took a very long time to get the NFL to see us this way. It took a very long time for the NFL to see us this way, and the fact that we're going to have 3 straight weeks of NFL of nationally televised games, that's awesome. That is an amazing feeling. And so, I'm excited to say that the Dolphins are starting to put some respect where respect is due, and it's going to be fun. And it's going to be fun. Now, let me get into this real quick before I open up the chat. The other thing I want to talk about is this weekend's game. Okay. Let me get directly into this weekend's game. 49ers hosting the Miami Dolphins. I know I've talked about this yesterday. I talked about this over the last few days. I don't want to say I'm nervous about this weekend's game. But I have to say that I've seen 2 separate, I don't want to say visions, but I've seen 2 different scenarios in my mind play out. One is this Armstead thing is going to be the quote unquote death of us, which, by the way, I don't think is going to be the case. The skepticism in me as a Dolphins fan definitely is in my mind a little bit, right? And it's like, I don't know, Armstead not being there, the defense that San Francisco has, how much time is Tua going to get? We got to protect Tua. We got to protect Tua. That's in my mind. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with me saying that, by the way. I don't think that makes me a bad fan. I'm just telling you, in my mind, there's that skepticism. Like, I'm nervous. But I also know that McDaniel, in my opinion, is going to do everything he can to protect Tua Tagovailoa. That's one. And number 2, I also think that if our offense is as good as we think it is, and by the way, the numbers show that it is, they're going to make the necessary changes, the necessary blocking. They're gonna institute something that we haven't seen a lot this year to make sure that Tua has more than enough time to read his progressions, to go through his progressions and get the ball out in a timely manner and not get hit. The one thing I want to see from Tua this weekend is get the ball out. I don't need you to hold the ball for 3 or 4 seconds. Just get the ball out. I don't care how many incompletes you have. I do not care about completion percentage this weekend. As long as when you're progressing the drives and they result in points, I'm good. I don't want to say that it's going to be 30-12 or 35. No. Do I think it's possible we could put up 30 plus? Yeah, we have the offense too. But I'm going to respect San Francisco's defense and say, to me, this is going to be a close, mid to low scoring game. 24-21, 23-20, 19-17. That's where I see this win at. Do we have the possibility of putting up 30 points? Of course we do. We have the offense to. And if we can find a way to find a chink in their defensive armor, we're gonna exploit it every day, all day. But you got to understand there's a lot of things in motion here. Number 1, San Francisco knows our offense. McDaniels implemented a very similar to offense to what San Fran ran the last few years. So you don't think that they're going to know how to some of the trick plays or some of the things. I'm sure that McDaniels got stuff in his pocket that he was keeping under wraps. Maybe he didn't use with San Fran. I get that. I understand that. But you also got to think too that the Dolphins need to account for Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, who we don't, I'm interested to see what the injury report says tomorrow on Christian McCaffrey. Our secondary, Jimmy Garoppolo, look, man, you call it what you want. If he sees Deebo down the field, he's going to throw it. He's going to throw it. This is not an easy win. This is not a guarantee. This is going to be a down and dirty in the trenches game. And when the Dolphins finish this game, we're going to have two things from it. We're going to have two things from it. One, we're going to know how tough this football team is. Good, bad, or indifferent. We're going to know that at the end of this game. And number two, we're going to know where the Dolphins stand at with some of the best in the NFL. And we're going to know that after 3 weeks. We're definitely going to know it after this weekend, but we're really going to get a good measuring stick of that after the next 3 weeks. Do I think the Chargers are a great team? No, but they can put on 30, 40 points whenever they need to as well. We know that. I think this is how I see the next 3 weeks going. I think this week's going to be a very tough game. It's going to be in the trenches. I think next weekend against Chargers are going to be a shootout. And I think the Buffalo game is all dependent on what the weather is like. If the weather is cold and snowy, it's going to be very interesting to see. Is Teron Armstead back by then? Is that going to, will that make a difference? This is all where my mind is. But I know after the Buffalo game, we're going to sit there as Dolphin fans and we're either going to say, where are my tickets to Phoenix? Or we're going to be like, all right, we're just going to vote. We're going to hope that we win a playoff game this year and focus our attention on next year. That's how I truly think a lot of Dolphin fans will feel after the next 3 weeks. And by the way, I don't think either way is wrong. I don't think that either way is going to be wrong. So as far as how fans are feeling, that's what I mean by that statement. If fans feel, hey, guys, we just don't have the team this year, we're good, but we have, there's holes and we need to fill them out in the offseason and make them better and adjust so that we can make the necessary changes and be an elite team next year, so be it. That'll be what it is. You look at this year, though, but if we go out and say, man, even with some of the injuries we've had and some of the holes that we have, we are still out here beating these good teams, we're going to be like, man, let's go. Let's go. In my opinion, I think the Dolphins finish this 3-game road trip 2-1. And the loss is either going to come in San Fran or Buffalo. I hope we go 3-0. I think we can win all 3 games. But I'm trying to I don't want to hold my breath, and I want to feel, okay, this is where we're at right now. We can't win them all. I mean, we could. But in my mind, I'm like, all right, let me just say we're probably not going to win them all. So the loss is probably either going to come in Buffalo or San Fran. And I don't think that we'll lose both because either we're going to get very overconfident in Buffalo because we just beat San Fran and the Chargers, or we're going to lose to San Fran and we're going to be like, there ain't no way we're losing to Buffalo. We're going to do whatever we got to do. That's just kind of how I feel about it. And by the way, you're listening to the guy who 6 weeks ago said the Dolphins are going to go on a 5-game win streak. I don't know what's going to happen on the West Coast, but we're going to win all 5 games, and they're going to get better throughout each game. And up until halftime, I was 100% spot on. Up until halftime of the Houston game, I had nailed the last 5 weeks of this team. Nailed it to a T. Now, I need y'all to. I think we're going 2-1 over the next 3. 2-1, and we're going to be 10-4 after the Buffalo game. That's how I feel. 2-1. We're going to be 10-4 after the Buffalo game, and we're going to have 3 games left, and it'll be against the Packers, the Patriots, and the Jets. And you got to think we can win all 3 of those games, which puts us at 13-4 to end the season. I think best we got is 13-4, and a more likely scenario is 12-5. I think that's what's going to happen. 13-4 or 12-5 is where I'm at to end the season. 13-4 or 12-5. That's where I think. So, what do you all think? What are y'all thoughts about this coming up game? What do y'all think about moving the game, the San Diego, or see, there I go, say San Diego, the LA Chargers game to Sunday Night Football? I want to know your thoughts. I want to hear from you. It is Wildin' Out Wednesday. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow. Let's keep the donations coming in. And in the meantime, I'm going to open up the chat for Wildin' Out Wednesday. Let's go. Drop the link. Here we go. Let's go. Let me pin this to the top of the page. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Hey, want to remind y'all while I'm waiting for people to come on, would love for to get new members of the channel. If you'd like to sign up, become a member today of the channel. The link I'm just about to post in the chat right now. I'd love to get 3 new members. Can we get 3 new members to the channel? We'd love to see you get perks. You become a member of the family. Would love to see 3 new members to the channel today. And I just want to remind you guys, when Wildin' Out Wednesday is in full effect, you can donate through the YouTube live super chat, or you can use Cash App or PayPal as well. Okay. All right. Let me bring on the first person in the back room here. Want to say good morning to Triple S Podcast. Good morning, man.
What's going on, Steven? I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm here, man. I'm here.
There you go. So I'll wrap to you real quick. 3 things that I'm looking forward to, or looking for in this game, that I think will be critical for us to win. Number 1 is McDaniel, and this is his biggest test to date. Probably the best team, as a roster-wise that we've played, and solid coaching staff as well, that one he came from. So excited to see how he does versus that. They know him better than anyone, so what he calls when he calls it is going to become super, super important. Mm-hmm. How he manages the game as well. Is he going to waste timeouts like we've seen here and there in the past? Not a crazy amount, but the odd time, the play clock runs down, we have to call timeout. I think that this is a type of game where you can't afford to waste timeouts like that. It'll be really important. So McDaniel's biggest test, that's number 1. Number 2, Javon Holland. Not that he's played bad per se, but I think a lot of us can agree he hasn't played up to the standard we kind of were expecting this year, like an all-pro type year, or at least a Pro Bowl type year.
Yeah,
so I want to see him bounce back.
I said he was going to have 5 interceptions, 5 sacks, and I think he
still could. He's got 2.
It would take a lot. I know that. It would.
And I think he's got 1.5 sacks. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. This could be the game that propels him in the last, what do we have, 6 left, to really turn up and get those numbers you said. And I think if we want our defense to be what we need it to be a deep playoff team, a Super Bowl team, I think he has to lead the way. He's got the C on his chest now. So let's see what he's about against our toughest test. So Javon Holland is number 2. And then number 3, a lot of people might bring up Tua, but I think honestly Tua's shown us what he can do to a level that I know if he has protection and if he has an open guy, he's going to be effective enough for us to win. So instead of mentioning Tua for number 3, I'm going to actually go with Austin Jackson. It's time, right? Tua this year coming in, a lot of people had doubts. Same thing with Austin Jackson. Tua's proved pretty much everyone wrong at this point. I want to see Austin Jackson have a game that kind of makes us say the same thing. And I think if he does that, it leads to, like I said, Tua having a clean pocket, and we know what he can do when he has that. So I want to see Austin Jackson and the rest of the O-line turn up, have a good game, and contain Nick Bosa. I don't want to hear Nick Bosa's name until, let's say, early in the second quarter, when the announcers are saying, wow, we haven't seen much from Nick Bosa yet. That's the kind of game I expect from Austin Jackson in this O-line. And I think if those 3 things, or at least even 2 of them, can come together, we have a solid chance of winning. And we're all going to be on cloud 9 if we beat the 49ers on the road, man. 9-3, can you imagine?
I mean, look, I would love to see it. I think that the possibility's there. I'm not doubting that the possibility's not there. I'm nervous. I know this is the biggest test the Dolphins have faced since week 3 and against the Buffalo Bills at home. And remember watching that game for me. I think that it was a very tough test, and we walked out of there saying, all right, hey, look, we can compete with the best of the best. Now, as far as Austin Jackson, I don't even know if Austin Jackson's active. I think he's hurt.
I just checked the chat. Everyone's saying he's hurt again. But who else do we even have, man?
Well, we just signed what's his face from the Buffalo Bills practice squad.
So he's got to play.
I mean, it's entirely plausible. We need people. We need people. Look, this
I'm
is
worried, man. Oh my god.
So am I. So am I. I'm not saying that I'm not. I'm not saying I am.
Brandon Shell got to turn up. He really got to turn up. Like,
but
I think the only depth piece we had
Brandon
left.
Shell on the right side of the line.
Yeah, put him on the right and put this new guy on the left, I guess. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, without Armstead and without Jackson, I checked our depth chart the other day. I think the only other lineman we have active was Dieter, that wasn't already playing, because Eichenberg, Jackson, and now Armstead are all out. So I think that honestly, even if this new guy comes in and plays the left tackle, all we have as depth is Dieter. I don't even know if we have another tackle.
Well,
do you know if we have another tackle?
I don't. But what I will say to you is I think it's going to come down to seeing two tight end sets. It's going to be coming down to seeing, Alec Ingold maybe in the backfield, maybe lining up.
Put him on the left side every single snap beside this new guy. And Durham Smythe.
I want to see somebody in the backfield all the time. I don't want to see a lot of empty sets this weekend.
Yeah. And that contributes to the first point I made about McDaniel. This is a big test for him again. How is he going to manage injuries? Not only how is he going to play and coach, not play, but how is he going to coach and call plays against the 49ers? How is he going to deal with these injuries, man? He's got to be creative at this point, because he can't just line up 5-0 linemen and call the plays he's been calling and not adjust the protection in any way, because I don't think that's going to work. So what's he going to do to adjust for this?
Let me bring in our guy, Rashad. Rashad, good morning, Rashad. How are you, brother?
Morning, fellas. I'm good.
Any thoughts on what we're discussing, man? Any thoughts about the blocking scheme or the game plan? Being as Teron Armstead is out, and how the Dolphins go about protecting Tua against San Fran's. Look, let's call it what it is: a really good defense.
I see us coming out somewhat in the max protect. Until we get a feel of what the 49ers are doing. The 49ers are pretty aggressive. They play their safeties pretty low so they can close, because they know that we have to get the ball out fast.
Mm-hmm.
They know every team has to get the ball out fast because of their pass rush. So their safeties are kind of in the boxes. I think with Tua's anticipation.
Hey, real quick, breaking news. The Miami Dolphins 49ers game is the Fox NFL game of the week. So that will be nationally televised too. So that's 4 straight nationally televised games across the country for the Miami Dolphins over the next month. The next month, you don't need NFL Sunday ticket. You can watch the Dolphins.
That's dope.
That is dope.
That's crazy.
The next 4 games, you do not need NFL Sunday ticket, because the Dolphins will be nationally televised, which is amazing. So the Fox NFL Sunday just announced the Dolphins 49ers game being the Fox NFL game of the week. Go ahead, Rashad. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. Damn, what was I? But yeah, their safeties play pretty low. I feel like to anticipation skills, because I'm starting to notice our receivers aren't open when he lets the ball go. So a few double move. Well, we play it safe into the 49ers' hands, and then we hit them with a double move, deep ball touchdown, at least one. If we can get one off. And I think the Niners pull back a little bit. I think the box gets lighter, and I think we pick apart the middle, and then we start running the ball. We got this rivalry going right now. Well, not rivalry, but this trash talk going. Tyreek joined this morning. I don't know if anybody noticed. It started off with Mostert and Debo, and now all the other players are getting into it. So I'm happy I'll be there.
Let me bring in a couple of other people in here. My brother from another mother, Mr. Batman 2423 from the Finsaholic Show, and Sharif. Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all doing today?
Morning, Steven. Morning.
And one thing to note too, Tyreek Hill is probably going to be going up against Traverse Ward, their number 1, and they were teammates in Kansas City, so there's a lot of familiarity there. Whether that works in our favor or theirs, I'm gonna guess it's gonna work in ours, because Tyreek is. I mean, you could practice against him all you want, you're not gonna figure out a way to cover him. They don't have a very deep corner room though, which I know someone. I think it was Rashad was just saying we can attack them at the middle, which we've done a lot this season. I think we're going to have to do a lot of damage on the outsides, attacking Traveris Ward and pretty sure it's that guy from Oregon, a little small dude, the other corner on the other side, because they're middle. Fred Warner, their safeties are pretty good as well. I think we're going to have to do a lot of work on the outsides.
Hey, real quick, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yep. Sure.
Good morning, Steven. Good morning, everybody. I was gonna say you were talking about AJ. Yeah, he's out. So yeah, no Armstead, no AJ. We did sign Lamb, but Lamb is not expected to play this week because he's on the practice squad. He probably will be there for like 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, we're in trouble. Let's say hi to Greg Little.
It should be Little
starting
right?
for us.
Oh, Greg Little. I forgot about him.
Should be Greg Little and Shell, our right tackle.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god!
and we're playing against
I'm not
Bosa.
too upset with that.
And Ebucom. Samson Ebucom is pretty good too, honestly.
But I don't know if Bosa has Bosa been cleared because I know he was injured.
No,
No,
I'm
he's
thinking
not
about
hurt.
the other Bosa. Nick Bosa's fine.
Oh, okay.
Armstead. That's
Armstead.
Armstead. It's their Armstead that's need to be cleared.
Yeah,
Eric
Armstead.
Yeah.
So how y'all guys doing today?
Good morning, Sharif. I think one of the things that we need to understand is that this is going to be a game where the coaching staff of the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, I'm interested to see what they implement here, because I don't think they can run the same style offense with Teron Armstead being out against a pressure defense like the 49ers are going to come with. And so I'm interested to see, and I'm interested to know from you guys how you will grade rookie head coach Mike McDaniel on making these changes to make sure that the Dolphins have, obviously protect their quarterback and everything like that.
Well, I would say this. First of all, I'm not threatened. I'm not threatened by the 49ers. I'm more threatened by the Bills, mainly because we're going up there and it's going to be colder. That's just me. The last time we played them was 43-13. Same offensive line. Bosa was there. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Juszczyk was there. They were there. My thing is this. Armstead wasn't there. Tyreek wasn't there. They're here now.
McCaffrey wasn't there.
So yeah, we bottled McCaffrey that year in Carolina. We bottled him.
We had Byron Jones too. That was a big difference.
Well, my thing is, if we can stop you more than you can stop us, that's a 42-35 win. So we're going to stop you once, and then you're not going to be able to stop us. I'm just to that what you said, but to what I think is, I think Tua. Now, I'm not in a Tua non, even though I bought his jersey 2 years ago. My thing is this. This is the kind of guy who's going to not only live up to this kind of game, but I think he's going to tear San Francisco apart. Mainly because of him having Waddle and Tyreek, and I could go into all the reasons why. But another thing is, this is the same team who got beat 43-13. And one thing McDaniel said and emphasized, when I came to the Dolphins and they played us, he said this in the press conference. He said, we didn't know how to figure out their defense. We didn't. We made a fool out of Garoppolo, right? And people were shocked the way Tua played, but he played well that game. But my thing is this. Why are people putting so much on San Francisco?
Patrick, honestly, when we played them.
They're putting so much on San Francisco when I think the real lion is for us to look forward to that Buffalo game. Us as fans, of course, not the team. But that's the big lion. To me, San Francisco is going to get beat by the same amount that we beat them last time, or something close, bro. Who's putting?
And Sharif, let me tell you this, Sharif. So in my
Fitzpatrick, by the way.
In my opinion, Sharif, we can't focus on Buffalo right now. We got to focus on the 49ers. The 49ers are what's at hand here.
Yeah, but I don't.
And
where's this respect for 49ers coming from? because you saw an offensive line have a sudden lapse in the second.
No.
I think it's the second half sudden lapse.
I'm going to tell you why. Because a couple things. Number one, they haven't allowed a second half touchdown in the last 4 games. They shut out their last.
Doesn't bother me.
Jimmy Garoppolo is 40-19 and his first 59 starts.
Doesn't bother me.
It doesn't matter that it doesn't bother you. It's the reality of the situation. The 49ers, with the exception of week 3 against the Buffalo Bills, are the toughest matchups the toughest matchup the Dolphins have seen all year.
In my opinion, the Lion is Buffalo. Garoppolo is the same quarterback who's they're trying to get rid of him as soon as the season is over. They're trying to install Lance. So my thing is we're playing with a lower tier quarterback, and you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, you didn't get the starter. They're going to say everything when we beat the 49ers because, oh, Garoppolo is just backing up. You know, you didn't get the full blunt of the ball. They're going to say everything,
you really think
Steven.
Think that way
but
about
this
Garoppolo versus Lance? Because Lance hasn't.
We're playing a backup, sir.
Yeah,
that's how I
do. The backup is better than the starter, Sharif.
He might.
Well, he's hurt. Lance. To me, Lance is just like Justin Fields, bro.
No,
he's hurt. That's the only thing.
At this point.
He doesn't have the experience.
He just is not healthy. But Lance is just like Justin Fields. I would rather face Garoppolo. But my thing is this is coming from a fan base who saw a meltdown in the second half of a protection.
Stop are we doing lines this morning?
No. Stop being scared. This is coming from a meltdown in the second half. All of this fair is coming from a meltdown in the second half.
Is that what they're doing?
That's where it's coming from. You guys need to just freaking toughen up, bro. We're professionals.
No, Sharif, you need to get into fucking reality. Damn,
no, stop being scared, bro. I've been right. Remember now.
You said enough.
Remember now. I've been right. 2 is 8-0. 2 is 8-0. I was 4-0. So I have been right here.
Because I think we have enough retardation in our fan base. We don't need more spread. Okay. Because at the end of the day,
I have been right, sir. I've been 4-0. 2 is 8-0.
Let me have the floor.
You're the one who's coming in wrong. You're doubter. You're the doubter. I have to build up.
Because all of a sudden, he's talking some just off one half. Oh, we had laps. No, this has been it since Armstead. I don't know what games you've been watching. I don't know if you have what mysterious film.
This is where the fair is coming from, fan base.
I like watching the uglies.
This is where the fair is coming from.
If you watch the uglies, like you said, when they can't after in the Cincinnati game, our quarterbacks got hit the most without Armstead. The game
and they're gonna clean that up.
The game after that, same thing. So stop.
And they're gonna clean it up.
All this and two, you talking so we beat them 43-13. It's the same. You know what? I am not. Let me pick up my gun.
So all of a sudden, boy,
all of a sudden it's the same thing. Okay,
sorry.
How many years have Debo been in the league?
So all you're saying is, Boyer.
How many years has Debo been in the league, sir?
I'm not worried about that. All of a sudden,
how many years has Brandon Ayuk been in the league?
Boyer is become an idiot.
Anybody
all of a sudden, Boyer's just becoming an idiot. All of a sudden, he's just going to become an idiot. That's what you're saying.
All of a sudden,
that's what you're saying against Garoppolo. All of a sudden, Boyer's just becoming.
When did I say that,
bro?
Sir?
He's facing a backup,
sir. When did I say that?
He's facing a backup, sir.
When did I say that?
Where the hell are your confidence, man? Where's your confidence, bro? He's
facing my confidence.
He's facing a backup, sir. He's facing a backup. All of a sudden, Boy's just going to become an idiot.
Shut up. He's not a backup.
Oh my God. What is he? He's a
starting quarterback on a lot of teams in this NFL.
Gosh. Oh my
Jimmy G has been to the Super Bowl.
There we go.
Once.
This is what we're saying. He's a backup.
Twice.
It's a good week.
A guy that took his hold on.
I said Skyler will play last week
to the
and
NFC
week
Championship
before.
Is a backup. The guy that took his team to the Super Bowl is a backup.
And I said Skyler would play last week.
We talk. See, Stephen, I be trying to chill.
I said Skyler. Was I retarded for saying Skyler would play?
I hear asinine comments like this, and I get
turned back up. I said Skyler would play last week and this week.
This is done. This is dumb.
I said Skyler would play last week and this week.
The only reason Skyler played last week is because McDaniel got shook.
But I predicted it.
Because the O-line was trash.
Because he wanted to get
Tua the hell out of there. Because he knows Tua's going to get folded up like a lawn chair.
No.
Stop that.
I'm good at this one, Joe.
Bullshit.
I'm good
Hello.
at this one, Joe.
Hello?
I can predict the right.
Von Joe,
Hello.
swear jar, bro.
I know I'm over my swear jar. If you need to kick me out, because I had enough.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh no! I wanted him to hear what I was
Well, he's in
saying.
the back room, but
Go
he's
ahead,
over
Pamela. Good
$5.
morning.
I have to get
Good
it.
morning,
He's
Therese.
over
Good
5.
morning.
He's like at 7 or 8 at this point.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, good morning, panel. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm
He
doing
is
all right,
listening in the
Mark. How
back
you
room.
doing?
Doing well. Just eating an apple.
Okay, well that's good. Keep the doctor away. Maybe.
Oh, indeed.
Cliff Godfrey said, "I love you, but you're gone."
Oh
And Shane
no.
just paid $5 a Von Joe swear jar. So shout out to you guys.
Well, no.
So Sharif, you're gone for 10 minutes. All right. And then Shake Money. So right now, Von Joe can come back. He just left the back room, but he can come back. He still owes $3 to the swear jar. But
So I wanted to say
not in the back room
one
yet.
thing for sure is I would like to see our fans not go over the top calling someone stupid because their take is different. And I don't think the word stupid was used, but it was implied. And so I just would like to see us discuss these things. And I think both Sharif and Von Joe have great points. So here's one of the
What
things.
you're saying is you'd like to see more spreading kindness and not all this.
At least towards our own fan base. I mean, I don't like straight out disrespect for anybody, but sometimes you got to call out these, other fans. Sorry, Mark. But yeah, you got to call out Michael K. You got to call out these other people who are, we got to call out our enemies. If we want to call them that.
Makes me feel so
quick,
bad.
Kevin Lee with the $5 donation says, "Do you guys think?" And I'll ask this to Pam first. Do you guys think we will zero blitz Jimmy again like 2 years ago since it killed him last time? I think we should pressure him all game. He will throw picks. What do you think about that?
Yes. So I think that there's several keys to this game, and that is our defense on them. I know their defense is something, but so is ours, and they're getting it all together like at the right time. You want to start peaking and hitting on all cylinders at the right time, and this is the right time. So the San Fran's defense, trust me, they are an issue. Now, I think we're going to scheme for them. Having Armstead out is, and I think Von Joe was trying to make the point too, that every time we lost, not only was Tua out, but so was Armstead. So Armstead is a big part of our offensive line. However, there are ways to scheme around the defense. I mean, Bosa, I don't know how much you're going to be able to shut down a guy like Bosa, but we need the tight end when we call that play to get their blocks. Because last week those two plays were straight up on Smythe. And but there's some edges that I give to the Dolphins. And I will freely admit that the offseason, when I did my picks, which was 14-3 for the Dolphins, this was one of the games that I thought we would lose. But as we started playing, I thought, oh, no, I think we're going to be good. But then they picked up McCaffrey, huge win for their offense. And then they picked up, then Bosa got healthy, huge win for their defense. So, I still think we can win the game. I'm not saying we're out. I think the edge in coaching actually goes to McDaniel because Shanahan knows McDaniel under him. He doesn't know McDaniel out from under him, right? And McDaniel knows Shanahan through and through. So I feel like the master scientist is going to get in there and cook up a win. And so I do feel like we can. Would I put money on it? Nope. Maybe $5.
Yeah, good point. Good points being taken, Pamela. You can't look at the situation in this game, and you have to play it in the reality of where both teams are at this time. I was listening to Color last night. And he was bringing up Shanahan's overall record over 6 years. Forget all that. What's relevant is what the teams are Sunday. There's nothing more, nothing less than where the 49ers are with their status and where the Dolphins are with their status. Right now, there are some knowns. Obviously, the 49ers have a huge advantage when you have Bosa against a backup left tackle. However, at the same point, the 49ers have a very damaged running game at this point. No Elijah Mitchell. McCaffrey is injured, and I'm going to believe the injury report that says he's questioned. He'll play, but I think he's going to be on a snap count.
I agree with that.
They've got a relatively young rookie that averaged 5 yards a carry last week on all of 5 carries, and you may see Debo making some runs. Now, the Dolphins. How do the Dolphins counter this situation? I think you're going to see a lot of double tight end formations, maybe formations with both your lead running back, whether it be Mostert or Wilson, in conjunction playing 2 backs with Ingold. Ingold can catch out of the backfield, and Ingold is a very, if you look at the teams, they're very comparable because what Yurachek gives the 49ers, Ingold almost gives the Dolphins. He's not the same exact player, not quite as skilled, but he's very close. The matchup problems that I see for where Miami has to really do something about it is to deal with the issue of Kittle, because
Yes.
I don't like the Miami interior linebacking. I haven't all season long, and I think we know that. And I am uncomfortable with Kittle in the middle. That's kind of cute. With the Miami linebacking, yes, you can put in Eric Rowe in that game, and the Dolphins secondary does not honestly match up to Debo and Ayuk and Jennings with San Francisco. So you're going to have to scheme up something, and whether that's going to be pressure out of the out of your front, because I think that there's a huge matchup advantage for San Francisco with their wide receivers against Miami's secondary, and with Kittle in the middle. Kittle, working the seams against them.
I don't know.
Well,
You just
so
made a
Mark,
great point too.
Hold on
that I
real
didn't
quick.
think about.
Bebop 66 or Bitbop 66 $5 donation says, why can't we have max protect against the 49ers? They should score in the teens against us anyways.
I just wanted to say
that's
something.
probably true.
I just wanted to say something real quick because Sharif is bringing up old Ghost, and just because we beat, it's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. And I love Sharif, man. He's the homie, but just because we what and on top of that, Kittle didn't even play. Kittle didn't even play that game.
Kittle did play. He did.
He did play.
Kittle, Ayuk,
okay,
and
he dropped.
Debo played.
We got an interception off his drop. Or
all right, but let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys a question. Last time Sharif basically said that he was guaranteeing a win was that Bengals game, and what happened?
Well, I can tell you a few things that happened that lost us that game. We really were the better team on the field that day.
We were,
without a doubt.
We still lost.
We were, but we got to stop guaranteeing wins out here. We got to stop doing
yeah. I would never say that. I'm not going to guarantee a win ever. I don't care who it's against. High school, I'm not here ever.
Lining this team up on paper, are we the better team than the 49ers this weekend?
Yes.
No. That's tough because they get probably 5 out of 5.
Maybe paper. Maybe
that's
paper.
Right
I'm asking.
Maybe
not. Maybe paper. No.
Out of 22 starters, who has more better?
Yes,
Dolphins.
I don't know, man.
Who has the better receivers?
It's really a draw on that on paper. On the field, we're the better team.
Running back,
better
Niners,
team.
O-line, Niners.
Is the same. Is the Niners.
Niners.
Just probably.
They've got more issues on their line.
I think we have a better. I think they have a better edge, but edges we have the better edges. D tackles, us linebackers, them corners, us safety.
If Eric Armstead,
it's pretty even.
That's a tough.
Safety is pretty even.
It's a tough loss.
Have an all-pro inside.
Eric Armstead and Nick Bosa versus Phillips, AVG, Chubb, and Ingram.
Yeah, but you see guys like AVG, they have
I
guys
give
like
us
AVG.
the edge on defense. I really do. Their offense won't be able to handle what we're throwing at them. And I think the point that was made earlier about the zero defense on Garoppolo is a good idea, but I think we also need to be prepared that they're going to be more prepared for that. So yes, throw that at him. Throw the kitchen sink. I love the kitchen sink.
I
Throw it
will
on
say,
there.
I don't know.
How do you
I don't
say
know
that
if y'all
the
watched the
49ers
game.
defense is not better than the Dolphins.
Finn's
I
What
didn't
did you
say it
say,
wasn't
Mark?
better.
donation says
I,
we
I,
have.
I don't see, I don't see how you can say
He
that.
says
I mean,
we
you
have a
compare
better
the linebacking core, and that's just a huge difference in and of itself.
Fins up Winsey with his $5 donation from New Zealand. Says
It
Shout
shows
out to
up.
New Zealand.
we have a better team player for
Their
player.
secondary,
Too many
their
negative
secondary
Nancy
is
fancies
light
with
years
no heart.
better. Their
Thank you.
linebacking core is
So
light
if I
years better.
if I can respond
And
real
Bosa
quick,
is an unstoppable force in comparison to what the Dolphins have currently on the offensive line.
yeah.
I can say
But
that.
I'm not saying, I never said use the zero blitz. I'm just saying Boyer is the
No, it
same.
wasn't you. It was someone
Oh,
else, Ruth.
Yeah, this is the same. So the same personnel, Batman, it was there. Okay, and so you cannot escape that. That within itself, what people are assuming is, right, these guys were youngsters at the time, right? Some
were.
guys off the street even helped them win that game that year,
They
right?
did.
Now they're freaking Pro Bowlers this year, and I'm sorry I have to just to say it like this: they're freaking become Pro Bowlers, and all of a sudden we're gonna become worse when we beat them 43-13.
No,
Now figure
no.
that out, please.
Sharif,
The guys on our team have become
Sharif.
freaking Pro Bowlers, and now we're gonna become worse against a team we dominated.
Yep.
Who's a Pro Bowler?
You can't make this
makes a
up.
big difference, bro.
You
Mark,
can't
you're
make
out
it
here
up.
for 10 minutes. Fins up Winsey said, "See you later, Mark." He said, "We
Aw.
give Mark no listening."
Sharif, a lot
out of
changes
there.
in 2 years, man, with them and us. Like, it's
I want
completely
to make a
different.
Oh my
point about
gosh.
Mark,
Oh my
though. I want
gosh.
to make a point about him. I do feel like he is able to break down a lot of football things on our team as an enemy, which I could never do. I'd call Barfalo, and they're trash. That's what I mean. I can't hardly be unbiased, right? So I think he is able to do that to some degree. He's got a little bit of a leaning towards Barfalo for sure. But I don't know how you can be as smart as I think he is and still be a Barfalo fan.
And Stephen D, right? Isn't this clear? Isn't this logic fair, right? We were able to execute something when these guys were 2 years younger, right? We've seen the inside moves of Christian Wilkins. He's second in the league in breaking off engagement, getting inside to stop the run. Aaron Donald is only the one ahead of him. My thing is this: if guys like that have become Pro Bowlers and we executed something 2 years ago, by logic, isn't it fair to say they've become better now 2 years later? We're going to become worse. We're just all of a sudden worse than Come on, man.
The logic there, in my opinion, is they have gained more experience. That doesn't mean they're necessarily better. That now I believe that they are better. Let me just say that.
But the fans are saying we're worse.
We're not.
No, I think it's not. I don't think they're saying that either. I think what we're saying is, and
defensively, I'm saying we're worse.
You're giving them too much credit.
No, why, dude? They are. San Francisco is one of. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be real about this. In my opinion, San Francisco is the best NFC team, right below Philadelphia. And I still think Philadelphia, in my opinion, is the worst 9-1 team I've ever seen. And that's just my opinion.
And I think the Vikings are probably better than
I agree with
Philadelphia. I also think that to me, I'm real suspicious on Philly because they have a really weak schedule.
Philly will not make the Super Bowl. I promise y'all on everything.
No, they're not. No, I think it's between the Vikings. The Cowgirls might have slipped in there.
They can make it. They can make it. They can definitely make it.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys can get knocked off, and that's the only team that can beat them.
If Philly does make it, it'll be because of Hurts, and that's it. All they have is Hurts.
Hurts. It's
Hurts
true.
No.
He's an awesome
running
player.
backs can run the ball.
I believe Tua loves these situations, just to stick it to some of our own fan base who hates him for whatever reason, and just to stick it to ESPN. And these are the games, I believe, where Tua, he relishes. And he's never going to stop being weird. He's going to always be weird. Just listen to the tape mic'd up. He's always going to be like that. But the thing is, his inner fire, to have that tiger in his eye, then they're going to have to pay for that for the rest of his career. And this is one of these games where ESPN all of a sudden is touted this team to get embarrassed. They're touting this team to get embarrassed Sunday.
I don't know if it'll be an embarrassment or not, but I will tell you this. I feel that you are spot on about a lot of your points, Sharif.
No, he's wrong about
One
that.
thing,
Sorry.
Well,
A lot.
well, so I think he's spot on about a lot of things, but I also think that if I'm not mistaken, Bosa didn't play in that last game that we played San Fran. Am I right?
Bosa? No, he was hurt. He was out for the season.
Yes. So therefore, in my mind, that is like huge, right? I mean, that is a huge loss for them.
Steven, does
and
somebody
one
put my swear
reason.
You still owe $3, but you're under 5.
Hey, Von
Okay,
Joe,
good.
I'm putting
If
you
I could
in
super chat Von Joe, I'd pay for it.
I'm gonna. You be quiet. I'm gonna try to relax and have a civil conversation.
Thank
and
you.
not turn all the
That's
way
all
up.
we
I am
asked.
gonna try. I am gonna try. My
Tell
best.
me about that C4. Well, Von Joe.
Hey,
Yes,
can I ask you a
Pamela.
question?
Yes.
Hey, let me ask
You
you
were
a
asking me a question. Oh, wait, who's that? Triple F?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I wanted to say something to you. So you know, like I think you're great, and we don't agree on a whole bunch of stuff. We already know that. I don't care that we don't agree. You're still my friend. But one thing is, I would like for people to not go all the way with their comment as far as, you know, calling somebody out for being stupid. And you didn't use the word stupid. That was my word. I want to see each fan, like, if you disagree, just say, man, I think you're really off the point, or whatever. Just, I want our fan base to start turning around to show more respect to our fan base.
Von Joe is what she's
Just-
saying.
I didn't attack him personally. I just attacked his
Von
comment.
Joe just reached his
You-
limit. That's all that was.
I
Von
understand. I know Von Joe. I
And he
know
didn't-
Von Joe
he didn't
well.
call-
Von
He
Joe,
didn't
you're
call him
just a big
stupid. He said
Von Joe.
the
That's
take.
all
He
you
said
are.
the take was
Yeah.
dumb. is what he said.
Sometimes,
Pam,
sometimes, Pam, to get something done, you could use a slipper to kill a roach. But sometimes I like to use a nuclear bomb.
Well, hey, Jack Vince wants to know what's another word we can use for stupid.
Because a grenade, sometimes using a grenade to kill
Josh
a roach
Allen.
is just a little funner. It's just a little more fun.
I just
Josh
think that
Allen.
you could just make the same
Josh
point.
Allen's a good one.
Big money
Josh
paid your
Allen's a
full
good one.
swear jar, and you're up $2.
Ooh, Shake's
Shake
coming.
money, I appreciate
Shake's
you,
coming
brother.
to help you out.
Hey,
let me
because
ask
you know
y'all
a
a
gator
question.
never take no ish. All right, he's a
Let me
gator.
ask y'all a
That's
Gators
right.
never
question
take no
I've been
ish.
thinking about. In terms
Never.
of matchups for this game, I've been thinking about matchups I like, you know, of us versus them, and matchups I don't like. I
Oh
want
my
to ask you
gosh.
guys what you think. I'll give you one of mine on each side, and then I want to ask you guys. One of the matchups that I like is our quarterback versus their defense. I know that might sound a little odd, but I think our quarterback's playing really well and has a chance to go off. That's a matchup that I like.
He has
One that I don't like.
He has to have time to throw it though. Triple S. He's
Of course.
what I'm
of
scared
course.
of is his protection, and that I agree with you. I think Teron Armstead's there. That offensive line is different. We all agree with that, and I think he would feel a lot more confident in picking that defense apart. Would 100% agree with you there. But with
So let me
Armstead
give you
not
sorry,
there,
sorry.
they have to change up the blocking schemes.
Of course.
They need to have 2 tight end sets. They need to have somebody in the backfield. If they don't have 2 tight end sets and or somebody in the backfield, I'm gonna be nervous every play that there's an empty backfield and not a 2 tight end set. I'm gonna be nervous every play.
I would love to go
but we
back
cannot
to
live
last
in that
year's
protect.
offense.
Oh,
Let's
man.
jump back into
You have
last year's
to. In my
offense.
opinion, you have to. Now
to start
again,
off.
we don't know what McDaniel has planned, which is why I say, in my opinion, we could see trick plays this week. We could see, some just stuff we haven't seen over the last, 10 weeks. So 11 weeks. So I don't know what McDaniel has in store, but what else could he do that he hasn't done in the first 11 weeks that would help me feel more comfortable about Armstead being out?
Open up the playbook.
Well, yeah,
Let's
there
get
you
some
go.
double reverses
And
out.
also scheme
hate
for
that. I hate
Armstead.
that.
Nah,
So, let me get y'all to
I've
answer that
yet to
question
see.
though.
I have
What's
yet to see a
matchups you're looking
handoff to
forward to or not
Tyreek.
looking forward to?
Oh gosh.
I've yet
That's
to
been
see a
done.
handoff to Tyreek that's been handed back off to Waddle. I've yet to see that one, and I know it's
So
there.
again, that's not opening the play, but that's not opening the playbook. That's adding a wrinkle.
No, yeah,
That's a
you're
trick
right.
play.
But there's more. You
But the
can look
playbook
at it
is
and tell
open.
you. Well, then if it's open, I blame Tua because there's a lot of things missing.
Hey, is this
That
spread
I know.
is this spread
Hey,
kindness Friday
Lewis.
or Wilding Out Wednesday? Which one is it?
Listen, Lewis. Listen.
Oh,
Dolphin fans need to be nicer to Dolphin fans. I think you can call them out for their takes, call them out, but don't say people are ridiculous or stupid. I don't like that. We're dumb.
I just
Hey,
don't
hey, Lois, this is Mark. Just wanted to say
And it's
thank you
not
for your
Little
show
House on the
last night. That was
Prairie.
a really great
Whoever
job.
said that.
Yeah, that was a good show last
Go on,
night.
everybody.
I appreciate that, Miss Pam. I just don't understand why people like Sharif will come up here and say because we beat a team 3 years ago, we're gonna mollywop them now. When we come out here, we give Tua Tagovailoa credit for being number one almost in every statistical category, correct?
Good point.
Well,
Right.
that's what the 49ers are on defense. Number one across the board. But now all of a sudden, we have no
Lewis,
concerns
they got
because Terran Armstead is
Lewis,
out and we
we
just have
got
an
Pro
offense
Bowlers.
that's unstoppable. Like,
No,
where does
Lewis,
that
we
make
got Pro
sense to
Bowlers that
anybody?
they don't.
Well, I
We
can
got Pro
tell you
Bowlers
that
and
I
they
did
don't.
not agree
No,
with
what
his
he
point
said
of
was
because of what we did last year makes
what
any
he's.
difference this year. I
Hold on,
don't
Hold
agree
on,
with
Pam.
that point.
What he
I
said
do
was
agree.
we have Pro Bowlers now
Sorry.
in Christian Wilkins, as if Ayuk might not be a Pro Bowler
We
this
had
year.
Pro Bowlers when
Debo
we played them
was.
last year.
No, wait, hold
Or
on,
2
wait.
years
We didn't
ago.
play him last year.
3 years
We
ago.
had
No, no,
one.
evidence.
2 years.
We
2
had
years.
one,
2020.
Xavier
It's
Howard.
2020.
That was the
Make sure
only
y'all
one
hit
that
that
we
like
had.
button. Hit the
Okay,
like
but we
button.
had some.
But
It doesn't matter. The
no.
facts of the
I'm
matter
saying the
are the
same thing you're saying,
49ers.
Lewis. They have more Pro Bowlers than they had when they played us, and they have more
Thank
Pro
you. Like
Bowlers
those
now.
teams, like they didn't mature. Oh, he
Like,
had
come on.
Debo. Like Debo don't have more time in the league and has
Debo
matured
wasn't
and has
nobody
gotten
then.
better. Ayuk has gotten better.
Nobody knew who Debo was. They do
this
now.
is the comments that got me so.
Yeah.
That's what got me so turned up because when I hear that, I'm like, wait. So this only applies one way. Like, what universe are we living in?
Another
Like, if
thing
you
I
want to
wanted to
live
ask you
if you want to live in this dolphin positivity echo chamber, by all means, there's Twitter Spaces for it. I mean, there's YouTube people that do just echo chambers.
this is a big
But
test this
I
weekend
don't like being in an echo chamber.
Yeah, this
Well,
is a
I
big
think
test this
it's
weekend
okay if
for
that's
Kader
how he
Kohu as
sees it.
well, man.
Hey, and we're gonna start Wilding Out Wednesday, right? Ken Rosa just wrote, "Here comes Lewis, Brian Flores' boyfriend." No, I'm your mama's boyfriend, Ken Rosa. That's the boyfriend I'm at.
Oh
I'm your
my
mama's boyfriend.
gosh. Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Lewis.
That came in real
Brian
hot.
Flores boyfriend. Oh my
No,
Lord.
but I wanted Sharif still up here because I wanted to have a question between who is
And
better?
it wasn't me, Steven. It's the goons in the chat coming after me, Steven. I didn't say nothing
Because I
again.
wanted to ask him a question because he always talking about Ingold and Juszczyk. Okay, who's better, Ingold or Juszczyk?
Watch out, Lewis. They might get you, Lewis.
That's all right.
Nah.
As long as I'm making money for the channel, it's all right.
So who's better, Ingold or Juszczyk? Anybody?
I think Ingold's better than Juszczyk. But
Ingold is not better than
Juszczyk. The numbers
You
will
shouldn't
show
do lines in the morning, Steven.
The numbers will show Juszczyk obviously has 10 times better numbers than Ingold. If you're asking
So
me,
who's better? Who's cheddar? Who's better, Chubb or Bosa? Chubb or Bosa?
Bosa.
Okay.
He's meaner. I don't know if he's better. He's meaner, and I think that makes him better.
Fred Warner or Jerome Baker?
Hold on. So who
Fred
Kittle?
Warner or Jerome Baker?
I'm not even gonna go that far. We know our linebacker core is hot garbage on a hot day in the middle of South Florida, compared to those 49ers middle linebackers. I mean, that's just facts. Nobody can argue. If you want to argue that with me, go argue with a wall because I ain't got time. But if you want to tell me that who's better, Kittle or Jimmy G, Kittle or Gesicki, Mike G, again. And we're talking about, okay, we're going to stack
Kittle's
Jimmy
the better tight end. Kittle's the better tight end.
Exactly, and tight ends block.
Correct.
So if for us to go max protect, we can't put Mike G in there for max protection.
I'm telling you. So you know it's funny you say that. So Gesicki will not see any snaps from the tight end position on Sunday, and if he does, God help the Dolphins in the Tua. I'm sorry. That man, if he plays slot, so be it. But that man should never see the tight end position on Sunday.
If you
see a slot receiver on Sunday that much, to be honest with you. You're going to
see
threw
one of
his
his best blocks last
two-back
week.
offense and maybe a double tight end.
I see Durham Smythe
on a
and
Wilson
Alec
run.
Gold and Miles Gaskin. I want to see those three guys get a ridiculous
Gesicki with his hands in the dirt, if you see Gesicki with his hands in the dirt, it's about to be a 2-yard route. All right? It's going to be a 2-yard route, or it's going to be just a ball being thrown away or Tua getting sacked if you see Gesicki with his hands in the dirt. Those are the only results.
The one thing
you guys want a good touchdown bet for Sunday? Alec Ingold anytime touchdown Sunday. Ingold's going to get a touchdown on Sunday.
Steve, I tend to agree that the way Miami's going to be able to
expect a big game by Waddle
to play is to use the unexpected play. You run Ingold on a wheel route, and maybe you get a nice catch.
Steven.
Why?
Sir, in your opening monologue, Jeff Wilson.
I think Jeff Wilson.
No,
Wilson.
Sir, you talking? We have top 5.
By the way, your mic has static. You should go out and come back in before you yell at me.
Oh, you lucky. You.
You know who is
anyway, Steven, I tend to agree with your point. I don't know if you caught my point about maybe Ingold making a play on a wheel route out of the backfield is something that's kind of a surprise play.
Ingold
49ers don't expect.
Ingold's going to have a humongous game on Sunday. I think he's going to have a huge game on Sunday because, in my opinion, the Dolphins cannot. I don't think it's very unlikely that they'll be successful without Ingold having a big day.
I agree. The other thing we have to remember is that
how is it now?
These
sounds 10 times
play,
better.
Yeah, when last time these two teams played, you had Needham at slot, you had Byron Jones at the other corner. I don't think Brandon Jones is there yet; he hasn't been drafted yet. But these are totally different teams. So as I said from the beginning, you have to look at the teams as they are sitting today, not 3 years ago.
One thing no one's talking about too.
Was.
Their slot receivers are Jawan. I think it's
Jennings.
Not Jawan Jennings. There it is. He's a tall, fast. He's been looking pretty good these last few. You don't think he's good?
Tall, fast.
As a third receiver.
Listen, he scored a touchdown last week, and every Niner fan I know was upset.
Hold on, Steven. I want to know.
My point is though, Jawan Jennings, a tall, lanky guy who can get up, versus our slot guy, which is Kader Kohu. That's a matchup I haven't heard anyone really talk about yet, but I think that could be, slightly problematic. But just one little nugget there.
Listen, I want to know what world is Steven saying that our backfield is in a top 3 or top 5? In what world?
I think Jeff Wilson, along with Raheem Mostert when he's healthy, I think is one of the best 1-2 combinations in the backfield in the NFL.
They're not even top 10. They're not even top 10
yet.
Disagree.
They haven't showed
it.
When they are both on and they're healthy,
can be top 10.
Bro,
you can say that about anybody.
Problem though.
You can say that about literally anybody.
When
they're on and they're on their game.
When you put
how many running back duos do y'all know?
It's not the running backs; it's the whole offensive running scheme.
No. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said 1-2.
Hunt, Chubb,
they're top 3.
Pollard,
what he
Elliott,
said.
Pollard.
I'm not saying individually that they're great,
but one of the things that make Chubb and Hunt better is the offensive line in Cleveland. That's good. It's like
listen, at the end of the day, some
Detroit
teams
that's actually really, really
listen.
good.
Some teams don't need a 1-2. They have a 1, and that gets the job done. And they have a 2 to relieve them for a
How
breather.
many teams got a 1? 3.
So fine, Joe, I just want to come up here and say real quick to you. I may be in an echo chamber, but my echo chamber started from training camp, off-season camp, and it led up to the 4-0 unless Tua didn't get hurt.
Wait.
See, I give you guys the floor, and this is what happens. And then if I don't let you talk, I get insulted.
Because if you talk nonsense, talk
go
correct.
ahead. So I'm just going to give my say. I'm just going to give my opinion, right? My opinion from off-season camp led to me saying 4-0, and I would get a show with Stephen D, right? Tua got hurt. I'm not done. Tua got hurt. I'm still 8-0, bro. I'm still 8-0.
Not really.
No,
I'm
no.
8
No, in his head. In his head he is. But okay.
You can't do that
because he hasn't lost. He hasn't lost.
He's undefeated the same way
Sharif,
Sean
I
O'Malley
love
is
you,
undefeated.
brother, but you are not. You have a loss.
Listen,
Where? In Cincinnati game?
If you start a game in the NFL and the team loses, you take the loss.
I'll take that loss. But the thing is, I've been saying all of these things, right? Out of my ASS, and it's been right up to this point. And I said,
Sharif, I'm not gonna let you do that, Sharif.
I've said, right?
What you said,
Rashad,
you said Ingold. You said Ingold would be the reason we won 4-0.
Yes, he blocks downfield and in the running game.
Ingold was still in the game. So why did we lose that game?
I'm talking about why we're gonna beat the 49ers. So what I've said, I said for the last 2 weeks, Skylar would play, and I'm saying it now. Skylar will play in this game.
Coming up, gonna get hurt. So is Tua gonna get hurt?
Now you're wrong.
Another thing we should be celebrating. Another thing we should be celebrating, right, Stephen D?
I'm gonna try.
We should be celebrating how we can put up 30 in the first half. Instead, we fear that Brandon Shell and someone else won't protect. We should be celebrating how we can put up 30.
Sharif, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, sir. Okay, well, I'm going to try to make this as respectful as possible. Okay. Sharif, how many times have we put up 40 this season?
I said we put up 30 in the first half.
How many times have we put up 40 this season?
I don't know.
Once. Pretty sure it's once.
Okay. All right.
How many times have you seen Steven eat a burger?
That's when you're used to the offense. You're just used to so much offense power. You don't even remember the score because we're just offensively powered.
What? Once. Thank you, people. So, what have we shown that we could put up 40 against this defense?
The number 1 defense.
We did it against them 2 years ago.
What have we shown this year that showed you we could go against the number 1 defense and put up 40?
Okay, I would say,
Sharif, by your logic, that you were just down here stating a minute ago, buddy, you were stating that you would think in 2 years' time that they would get better, right? You were saying that about us. So you would.
We are Pro Bowlers now. 2 years later, we are Pro Bowlers. Seiler, Christian Wilkins, Jalen Waddle,
damn Pro Bowler.
He is right on that point. A lot of these.
Seiler is a Pro Bowler. What are you talking about? Seiler is a Pro Bowler.
Seiler has proven himself.
No disrespect.
Pam, a Pro Bowler.
I don't know about that far, but Seiler,
let's not even talk about Pro Bowlers. Let's talk about all pro. Because the heck with Pro Bowler, Pro Bowler get voted in. Let's talk about all pros.
He won't even get voted in.
I would vote him in, but we know the rest of the league.
That's because we're
Dolphins. Should go in, man. Seiler should go in this year, man.
He'll be an unknown.
See, it's comments like that. See, comments like that is why I stay away from echo chambers. Because it makes no sense in this universe of the NFL.
Have you seen Silas PFF?
It makes no sense.
Do you know amongst his position he's top 10? Do you know that?
And he's still not a Pro Bowler.
Do you know that Cater Kodu? Do you know that Cater Kodu is on his way in the top 14th rank? top 14th ranked. He's on his way to Pro
Let's talk
Bowl.
about Kader Kohu.
You don't know that, though.
Again, let's talk
Because
about
when
Kader Kohu.
I tell you that, you think
Kader
less of us.
Kader Kohu is protected by Hollins. That's why we haven't seen Hollins the way he is, because he's busy babysitting our secondary.
Big O would tear a hole in you because it's you're trying to dumb it down what we've accomplished.
No, I'm not dumbing
down. You're trying to dumb it down what we've accomplished. Big O would rip right into you, bro. Because you're dumbing it down. For what reason? I don't know.
Sir, who's
for
gonna rip
what
into
reason?
me? What are you talking
I don't
about?
know. But these guys have accomplished things, and there you go. He's protected by someone.
Here comes
okay.
Hold on.
Why?
Time out. No, he made a comment. Hold on.
This guy's going straight into the Pro Bowl. 14th ranked cornerback. He's dumbing that down by saying
no,
he's
sir.
protected
You made
by
a comment.
Holland.
Who's gonna rip into
Oh
me?
my
Who?
God.
Who?
Yo,
He
hey, Stephen D, can I real
Somebody
quick?
pay $10, bro. Get this off here, bro.
Big O. Big O. Big O.
Yeah, the Big O.
Guys, why does it have to be one extreme or the other?
Man, Big O. That's what you gotta tell. Big O can rip into his mom.
The truth.
Big O's my guy. Don't do that.
The
Well,
big
that's
clown.
your guy. He's your guy. The big no to me. What are you talking about? Big
For real,
O?
bro.
Big O?
Listen. Whoever thinks that anybody in our front seven is a Pro Bowler are delusional. Nobody in our front seven is a Pro Bowler.
We got one, me and Christian.
I think only because they're unknown. I don't think they don't play to that level.
Guys, I don't even know.
I'll say Wilkins and Chubb.
Wilkins got robbed last year. He was the second best defense.
Wilson.
Wilkins has a shot.
I don't know.
There's other guys out there. Wilkins has a shot, but there's other guys out there.
No. Wilkins was the number 2 D tackle last year. He just got robbed. He led all linemen in tackles and tackles.
And I would say
he's doing the same thing right now. He's doing the same thing right now.
But here we go. Why does it? It's always one extreme or the other with these Dolphin fans, right? It's It's either we're great or we're terrible. It's like bro, there's no in between, and that's
I don't think that's the
problem.
Case. No,
that's the problem.
That's not what I'm arguing.
Let me
finish.
Let him finish.
I'm gonna let CB finish.
Yo, it's either one extreme or the other. Hey, all of this could be true. We can have good players up front. They can have good players up front. All of this shit can be true. It's not like we're not gonna go out and blow these guys out. It's just not happening. You got to be realistic. We haven't really blown anybody out all season.
Tell that to Sharif.
And that's Sharif. And I'm sorry, that's the honest truth. Sometimes you got to be realistic. You may be right about Tua and his performance, but you also got to remember our defense. Our offense has lacked at times. All of this is true. So you can't. It's either one extreme or the other with y'all. And this is what I don't like about the Wolfpack. And this is what I don't like about the Tuaneers. It's like all of it. No matter what the situation is, our coaching staff has done a good job of making adjustments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give our coaching staff the benefit of the doubt that without Armstead, without all of the things we have going on right now, they'll find a way to scheme guys open and scheme Bosa out of the game. And that's what I'm hoping. And that's what they've done with other guys. They've isolated guys like Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney by running the ball at them or underneath them and making them think.
With Terran Armstead.
With Armstead.
I will say.
So, CB, this is my issue.
Come on, man. Y'all know what time it is.
Hold on, CB 83.
It's just too extreme for me.
Hold on,
man.
CB.
Way too extreme.
CB, hold on for a second. I'll let you rock. I'll let you cook. But let me ask you a question.
Is showing his face.
Here's the thing.
What up, Lewis?
I agree with you that sometimes it's two extremes. But again, I have to go to the extreme sometimes just to bring people back from the north on the other extreme and bring it to the north.
But you don't have to go to the other extreme.
Let me finish. Because at the end of the day, right, I haven't seen this O-line perform without Armstead. That's all I've been saying. And I've been on this pedestal for the longest. Because, yes, I am. And I told you, there's only two things I am looking from this team, win or lose against San Fran, is our O-line show up and perform without Armstead. And this is win or lose. and I want to see our coaches make adjustments
Our
to
coaches
see
have
how
done-
they, and I want to see how they scheme against us. This is what I want to see from McDaniels.
So, which
Because
is fair. So, which
those
all
are
of
the
this
only
is-
two things. Win or
all
lose,
of
I want to
this
see
is
this
fair.
game.
All of this is fair, but what you said about you going to the extreme to
I know that was kind of extreme with me. I gotta relax. I gotta relax. I know.
That's ridiculous.
No,
bro.
I give that. Listen, I
that's
say that I'm
ridiculous.
ridiculous on that, and I have to relax sometimes, and I have to. That's why I say
That's
sometimes I
you
have to
and
come bring
Lewis.
back down.
That's the wolf
No,
pack.
I'm not.
That's
Listen, I'm
the
not gonna
wolf
talk
pack.
for the homie. The homie's here. He could talk for himself. But you
That's
like
the
bunching.
wolf pack,
No,
though,
sir.
bro.
But here's
CB
my
always
problem with
wants my
you.
name in his
You
mouth.
like to.
CB
Lewis,
always got my name.
listen,
I don't care about
Lewis
you
can
being
speak
on
for himself,
camera.
but
I
CB,
don't care.
They're
CB,
showing their face.
CB like to add everybody into the wolf pack.
Show your
Everybody's in
face.
the wolf pack. I just
Get
saw a
on
duck
camera.
that had
Get on
nothing to
camera,
say,
both of
and
y'all
he's in
right
the
now.
wolf
Get on
pack.
camera.
Everybody's in the wolf pack when it comes to CB.
Ain't nobody got
You know
it's
what?
really, hey, it's hey.
The reality is,
Lewis's Wolfpack press,
Can,
and
the
you
reality
so,
Vice
is,
press.
And you the two in near prez. And you the two in near prez.
no,
look,
listen,
look,
he
Steve, your
is
stream
right
is gonna
about
Hey,
the
flourish.
put on
truth
your
being
shirt, your
somewhere
little
in the
bird
middle.
chest. Put
Let's
on your
face
shirt,
that
man.
fact. The extremes are not right. The truth
Letting
is
that
somewhere in
bird
the
out the
middle,
cage.
and he's
Hey,
right
quit
about
letting that bird out
coaching.
the cage, man.
No,
What
I will say,
He's
I
right
will
about
say,
coaching.
I
But
love coming at your
I
chest,
will
Lewis.
say,
But
Hey, you
again,
need to get
has
in the
taken
gym
it
with
to the
Von Joe,
extreme.
Lewis. You need
but
to get in the
again,
gym
Man,
with
look,
Von
I be
Joe.
out
Lewis
here.
took
I
it
be
to the
out here in
Hey
these
guys,
extreme,
streets,
hey
and
guys,
cuz.
the wolf
let's
pack said,
let's
"Calm
talk
I be
one
down."
out
at
but
a
here in
time.
these
again,
streets,
during
cuz.
this
Hey,
stream, I have not
Hey,
been
get in the
extreme.
gym, bro.
check this out,
You look real soft right now, bro. Get in the
I
gym
have
with
not
Don't
been
Von.
worry.
no,
extreme.
he
When I
doesn't.
pull up on you, you're gonna
He's
see
so
how
guys.
soft
After
I
sweet.
am when I
week
pull up
one,
on you. Don't worry about it.
I
I'm just
came
saying
up here.
during this stream, I have not been
Hey, cover
extreme.
that bird chest
Look,
up with a Tua jersey ASAP,
I'm gonna put
bro.
it out
Cover
there.
that
Dan,
bird
And
that's
chest.
cover
horrible.
that big
That's
bald head of
horrible.
yours. That's what you need to do. That big
Look,
dome of yours.
why
Cover
y'all
that
at
shit
his
up.
chest? Leave his chest alone, bro. Look, man.
Sexy.
After week one, I came up here, man. I
Sexy. Hey,
literally
I'm so
said,
sexy, boy.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Let
Who's
him
talking?
finish.
Yo, I'm crying. These two got me going, bro.
CP83.
You got a big nipple head, is what you
Too
got. You got a
sexy for
titty
my
head, is what you
shirt.
Nipple
got.
head.
Too sexy for
You got
my
a
Hey,
nipple
head.
head,
Too
bro.
sexy for myself.
there you go.
So who's
Oh
talking
my
football
goodness.
for a quick second?
no, guys, no, for real though. After week one, I was really hoping that, after week one, this is very important. I was really hoping that I say it all the time. The football gods bless our team and we carry on. Tua improves, blah, 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 right? We didn't like Tua improving. Remember, think about that conversation. Tua doing better was a much bigger controversy than our O-line right now. Our O-line actually had to improve as well. So now we're at a new little hump right now
Was
where
gonna boot CB because he had two sexual, but I see Mark and a Jill's fan by Mark. Man, why you do Mark?
Oh
like that?
man, he didn't even
see.
say
For 20
nothing yet.
minutes.
But look, guys, look where we at
Mark
right
was
now.
trying so hard to stay
Mark
quiet and not
wasn't
get kicked
saying
off.
nothing, Lance.
He was
and
hiding in the
CB,
corner. How do you
and
even
CB,
see him?
he said,
For
yo,
20
CB out.
minutes.
No. He said, yo, CB out too. Read it. He said, yo,
No, he
bye,
said
CB.
was gonna boot
Was.
CB.
Hey, Wolfpack
No,
ain't
All right.
even got it today. Nah,
Steven,
Wolfpack.
I'm superstitious.
Yo,
I gotta say this. I'm gonna get this out. I gotta say this.
Hey, you
I'ma
got the
say
bird
this.
flu, Lewis. You got the bird flu. You tripping.
I'm gonna say this
Who
and I'm
that
gonna bounce.
is?
Just like I said about Tua, I'm gonna say the same about offensive line. Tua figured it out, so I'm gonna say the same thing. The football guys are gonna bless our line so that we can continue this path. Because we're probably one of the only fan bases that truly embrace being 8-3. And I truly believe that there's a reason why we're seeing what we're seeing. So guys, I'm gonna tell you guys that we can criticize, we can be worried, but at the end of the day, how I look right now, I think the football guys are gonna bless us not only with a great season, but we're gonna whoop, okay, no swear jar, but we are going to really put it on the 49ers come this week. And there's a reason
The
for that.
football guys don't
Hey,
love us.
hey, let him say his reason now.
cap.
We ain't got
Listen.
Byron
Amen.
Jones back.
He has a reason for it. Hang on.
The Wolfpack
Yeah.
won't let him talk. The
He
Wolfpack
said
won't let him
his
talk.
reasons are hopes and dreams. What are we talking about?
No, it's not. Let him say why.
Well, no, Lewis, it's not
Wolfpack
hopes
too?
and dreams,
Hey,
Lewis. Lewis, no, it's not hopes and dreams. What it
Wolfpack.
is that
Bro, the homie,
it's not hopes and
bro,
dreams.
bro, the
Wolfpack.
homie, bro,
Let
the homie
him.
came.
Okay,
Hey,
Lewis.
hey.
Wolfpack.
I agree.
Let him
Hold on.
say
The homie came out here and said
Wolfpack in
the
ears.
football gods. What football guys do y'all see on Sunday?
Man, look, why are the Miami Dolphins 8-3? When's the last time the Miami Dolphins been 8-3, man? That's there's something going on.
That's a horrible take.
Come on, let him say. Let him say.
All right, it's all good. Y'all can shut me down.
I want to hear his reason.
That's bad.
No, it's all good. It's not a horrible take, man.
It's because we're 8-3.
Hey, Von,
it's just one of them seasons, man.
I believe you, but we've never seen one of these seasons. We can't say
that's
that.
what I'm telling you. So what? So what's really going on? So what's going on? Why are the Miami Dolphins so good right now?
Because we made a deal with the devil. How about that? It was the football
Stephen D,
devils.
I'm calling all the Wolfpack out. Go
We
put the
traded our
jerseys on. He's your guy now. Let's go, man.
Lewis is my guy, but
if I can just get a following of the Believe in the Football guys, we'll win a Super Bowl.
I see you, dog. I see you, dog.
Steven rocks with me. Steven rocks with me.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
Okay, now
man.
I gotta go get on a Dolphin jersey too. I'll be right back.
Let's go.
I can sit there.
I like that. That's what I'm talking about, man. See, that's what we need, man.
They don't like this shit, guys. They don't like this.
Bonjo, where your Tua jersey at? Bonjo.
You gotta play Tua time. We had a little.
Oh no! I stopped buying. Hold on. So listen, I stopped buying
sweatshirt.
Hey, crank it up, Steven. Let's go.
You got to put on that.
Hold on, Steven. Hold on. Let me talk for a second.
Nah, you can't talk. It's Tua time. You can't talk.
Hey, a bunch of cappers out here.
Show them Tua jerseys. Tua time. Time to grind, time to shine. Tua time. All right.
Joe is disgusted.
I won't do it to you no more. Oh my goodness.
A bunch of cappers out here.
Bunch of cappers.
Out here.
I brought the heat.
So hold on.
I got the Mercury North signed jersey.
Okay, she brought Mercury North.
So let me tell you.
Money.
Ooh, the damn Marine.
So let me tell you, Steven.
Got the best jersey out here. Money got the best jersey
Guys.
Guys,
hold on. Let me rock for a second.
Shake.
Hold on. Let me just talk to Steven for a second. Steven, I stopped buying player jerseys a while back because I really started believing the logo over any player. Because again, I was one of those guys that used to get attached to players.
Nobody want to hear that Wolfpack comment. Nobody want to hear that Wolfpack.
Dude, no. This is a serious moment. No, this is serious. Like literally, I stopped. That's why people are like, yo, go get a Tua jersey. I'm like, no, it's for me, it's the logo over everything.
So
players come and go over everything.
You rock.
But when a player's already proven themselves, when a player is like proven, that's when you buy their jersey because people
Not even then, because they get traded.
Marino, Morris. I have three. Number 99. I will stay on that Jason Taylor jersey always. It will always be relevant. I have 2 Zach Thomas, always going to be relevant as a Dolphin. So all mine are relevant.
Heck yeah, get him, man.
So again, I can't.
Can I get the pro real quick?
I can't because
hey, Wolfpack killers today, man. Get him, Pam.
In this new NFL, you can't do that, man. These players get traded like this.
Bonjo, let me say something real quick because I gotta go. I just want to point out 2 things. Number one, if it wasn't for Monopoly Money Sanders, we would have had 2 40 burgers. So we did have a 40 burger, but 2 mixed extra points. So we had technically 2 40 burgers. Yes, we did.
No, that's like saying Tua should have got more. That's like saying.
No,
that's like saying Tua should have got more interceptions.
Every 40 burger has an extra point to it. So at the end of the day, you take out extra points from any 40 burger, we won't have any 40 burgers. So that's number 1. And number 2, whether you're Wolfpack or a Tuanier, you're always welcome on Noah's Ark. Thins out, baby.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Mike on the boys.
I like that.
Let's go.
Man, love me some steak money. Normally he's a spoon. He's a spoon. Normally he's a spoon.
Pete, good morning, Pete. How are you?
Well.
Good morning.
Get ready for the rodeo.
Oh, Lord.
Hello,
Pete.
Oh,
Lord.
Oh, yeah.
The Wolfpack made a call.
You can say
The Wolfpack
all
made
you
a
want,
call.
Pam. You owe me an apology.
What do I owe you an apology for?
Matter of fact, you
What?
and
I like the way you
everybody
said
else
that.
that said Teron Armstead
Steven, you're a
was
trip,
gonna be
bro.
the next best thing. While we
You're a
were
trip,
up here,
Steven.
Because he got hurt?
wait, hold on, don't stop. What was Pete screaming? Because remember, I have the worst
I don't
takes.
know. You
Pete,
scream
Hold
so
on.
you
much,
scream
I
a
What
can't
lot.
was Pete
You
screaming?
understand what you
lot,
say.
Pete.
When I said we
He
traded
was
for an
screaming, Tyreek
injury
is too
prone
short.
left tackle. Now the fan base is shaking. They're shaking in their drawers. Like
didn't
this
trade for
wasn't
him.
expected. Like
Nah,
we
that's the
Oh
didn't
my!
know.
Wolfpack.
I'm
The
not
Teron
Wolfpack
Armstead
shaking.
shaking.
never finishes a
Here's
full
Pete.
season.
Here's Pete
I
with
hope you're
another
aware.
bad take.
I
Oh
hope you
Hey,
Lord.
guys are
Pete,
aware up here
listen.
that
Your
the
takes are
season
bad.
is over.
Wait.
You will. Oh
The
Let
my
him go.
season
gosh! You
is
are.
over.
Oh,
Pam, let Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
Thank you,
this
Rashad.
is a Pete.
I'm
Hey, this
Peting
the
because I'm
Wolfpack.
letting
Hey,
everybody
Von
know
Joe
right now
Lewis. This the Wolfpack.
the
This
season is
y'all
over.
boy. This
Go
y'all
book
boy, Von Joe.
vacations. Go out with your family. Don't just. It's not gonna be worth this heartache. This heartache that we're
Von
about to
Joe,
go
this your
through
boy.
because of
You
this
go out with your
organization.
family.
It is
You go
not going to
on.
be worth
Leave
it.
the Dolphins behind. We're fine. We'll say bye, Pete, till
Bye, Pete.
next
Bye,
season.
Pete.
Bye,
No, there's no bye,
Pete.
Pam.
Next season.
Bye, Pete.
I'm here. It's Wild and Out Wednesdays. I'm here to give it to y'all because
Bye,
y'all were
Pete.
so right.
Yeah, but you're giving
And
us
I
crap.
was
You're
so
giving us
wrong,
crap.
wasn't I?
Steven, I
Hey,
got a
what?
message.
See,
I got a message from a few listeners that they're leaving because Pete got.
I can't.
They
What do you
said
want
let them
me
know.
to do?
They
Pete?
said let them
Listen.
know when.
Let
them
me
know when
just
Pete
say
gets.
this, Pete.
Let him
Let me
leave.
just, Pete.
hey,
I
Von
just
Joe,
want
this
to
your
tell you
guy
something.
too, Von Joe. This your guy,
Hey,
Von Joe.
hey, guys, let me just tell Pete something.
Football God.
Pete, when you talk, I feel like you rip my arm off and then beat me over my head with it.
Breaking
I'm sorry.
news. Hold on,
Breaking
wait.
news.
Breaking
Yes,
news.
yes. What is it? Hold on. What is it, Steven? What is it, Steven? Save
Mike
us.
McDaniel at the podium says there is a chance that Teron Armstead could play this Sunday
He
against
is
the
playing. He is
There we
playing.
go.
Don't worry about it. He is
See that?
playing.
Football
You know
God.
what that
Told
means?
y'all.
And I
Guys,
You
it
know what
works.
that means?
All
That's
right,
like,
all right.
Kill
That's
the
Mike
narrative. Kill the
McDaniel
Pete narrative.
trying to make it
49ers.
seem
See
like
that?
Armstead will
Hey,
play,
who said?
but we
Y'all
know
want to
he
doubt the
won't
football
play.
guys? Look how he came through.
We just killed your
Oh,
whole
that's
narrative
another
in one
thing.
I
take.
Hey, I
apologize.
heard
it's
I
that.
just
apologize
Hey, Lewis, I
about the
there
heard the
goes
football
3
football
God.
gods
seconds.
take earlier. Where
Y'all
were
need
the
to
I
football
praise the
apologize.
gods
football
at the
guys.
last 2 years?
I
Worship the
apologize. You're
football
right.
guys.
You're right. You're right. Football gods have everything to
Where
do
was
with
that?
this.
Who
I
said the football
apologize.
gods take? Where was he last
Yo,
year? 1 and in.
Hey,
Last
Vic.
year,
hey, Pete.
it
The
takes
thing
time to get
is every
converted,
time
you
you
ass.
say something that's crap like that, you know what happens? We come out and prove you wrong. So maybe you should just keep saying those takes because every time you do, the Dolphins come back and go
Look.
boom.
Pam, the issue, Pam,
Von
it's
Joe,
been
this
the
your guy,
Lions,
bro.
Bears, and Steelers.
What?
Don't shake your head, Von Joe.
The
This your guy.
Lions, Bears, and Steelers. This is what
Okay.
y'all celebrating. This is what y'all saying. Pete,
Oh
you've
my.
been
No.
wrong for years.
And
And
the
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 Browns.
Lions,
Buffalo.
Bears,
And the
and
Browns.
Steelers.
Hello.
And
and
And the
this is
The
Baltimore
what
Browns.
and
you guys are
Buffalo.
praising over here.
And Baltimore
Hello.
and Buffalo.
Baltimore and
What
Buffalo.
were those? Barflo and Buffalo
Pete,
and
don't
the
forget.
Patriots.
Pete, don't forget the Bills. Don't forget the
But what
Bills.
was
Suck.
He
You know
needs to
Josh.
be
You know
endorsed by
Josh Allen's your
Leprezalero. I
boyfriend. You
swear.
know Josh Allen's your
Your takes
boyfriend.
are so bad, Pete.
You know,
How
if
do
you
you
take
come
I'm not
up?
half
gonna hold.
the
I'm
He
not
truth,
gonna.
needs to be
I'm not gonna
endorsed by
hold
blood
you.
pressure medicine.
if you take
Hey,
half the
Pete,
I'm not
you
gonna
know
truth,
hold
Josh
you,
you can
Allen's
Steven.
your
always make it
boyfriend.
sound like it's like you got the facts. Just,
Like
but
it's a
half
When
the
Pete
truth
when Pete said
aren't
that
the facts.
when
it's a
Pete said
talent to
that
be this bad.
we're gonna get we hold on when we're gonna get he said that we had no chance against the Browns and we blew out the Browns. That was actually our most
No,
impressive win.
quote Von Joe, get it right. He
Um,
said that Jacoby Brissett was better than Tua Tagovailoa. Make
Yes,
sure you
that
What?
all
Jacoby
these things
Brissett
are
is
true.
Ain't
better than
nobody say
Tua.
that.
Oh
He
my
ain't.
He
Lord.
I don't
said
believe
Pete,
police said it.
he
Pete,
He
definitely
He
said
said
that
that.
shit.
is.
rip off your
Bro,
own arm
Hey,
and hit
Pete.
yourself
Hey,
over the head with
Pete's
it.
shooting himself in the foot right now. You shooting
no,
yourself in the foot,
see,
bro.
the thing is, y'all really really think Tua is that guy.
He is,
You
bro.
will find out, son. Steven, I don't
He
want it.
is.
You know what? You're lucky. I can't even. Oh my God.
Man,
You would have
Peyton
been timed out right now with that little
Peyton,
face right
get
there.
yourself
Because,
off,
you know, that's a
Peyton,
well-deserved
get yourself
timeout.
off,
You
bro.
got too excited. Tua's not that guy, Steven.
Tua is that guy,
He's
Mike.
not.
He's not.
Tua's not that guy.
Obviously, Pete. I
Tua
just
that
don't
dude,
even
what?
know what you see.
Even Lewis know that. Even the
Bro,
Wolfpack know
it's
that.
the simplistic one-read offense. It's the
He
same
reads
crap.
5 reads.
Boy, you
He
been listening
reads
to too
5
much
reads.
TD.
Are
Boy,
you
you been
kidding me?
listening to too
Watch
much
the
TD.
Oh, hey,
game.
Steven, hold on. Hey, I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry, Pam. Hey, Steven, I'm glad you said that. CB. What was I up here saying, Steven, on Monday on your show? What was I saying? I
What was
can't
you saying?
stand Tua because he's in a clean pocket, throwing all these inaccurate passes. And shout out to TD Finstock, the
Oh, so
pioneer,
TD
the
stole your
leader
take.
of one of the leaders of this community with a YouTube channel. What
TD
did
stole
he
your
come out
TD stole your
yesterday and
take.
do that I was able to catch a bit of it with the film? Tua in clean pockets.
Can't deliver, huh?
Clean
In clean pockets.
He's
Can't
not
deliver.
delivering like I told you guys on
He
Monday.
sound like a
But
family
Steven,
member of the Torg
Steven,
Longer
Joe,
family
this
that
your
got cut
guy,
off.
bro.
Can I kill?
You sound like his long lost brother that he cut off.
Come
Can
on.
I kill Pete
man.
He's
State?
gone.
Can I kill?
Joe.
Can
Fire, this is
I
for
kill?
Pete.
Why do you hate Tua?
Wait,
Said
fellas.
on Sunday.
Can I kill
He gone.
Pete's take real quick?
He got
We are
gone.
He
ranked
said he
30.
wasn't
We are
He's
ranked
gone.
31st. We are ranked
Thank
31st
you
in
so
pass
much,
protection.
Chance.
Would y'all believe that?
Y'all can call your listeners and tell them that Pete's gone.
PFF. Oh yeah.
Again,
Thank you,
again.
Chance.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Listen. Anytime Pete brings up Tua or mentioning Tua, I just hear that guy from the Muppets.
Oh,
I
so
just hear Beeper from the
know his take's
Muppets.
terrible. Now you know his take's
That's
terrible.
Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah.
No, I'm talking about Beeper. No, Beaker from is that the Muppet Babies? Because I don't know what to say to that, because I told him, once you say you hate somebody and you can't your evaluations are no longer objective,
Null and void.
I don't know what to say to you.
Null and void.
That's what I said. I told him
Steve,
that, I told him
Felton
that
is
yesterday.
right.
That
He's infiltrated our fan base. And I mean, it is so negative. All the stuff he says is so negative. There's no way that you can listen to what he says with any kind of thought that he's going to have a point, because it's so negative. It's so off the deep end, and he's just
I'm
wrong.
glad you
I'm just
said that, Miss
saying.
Pam. But hold on, Bonjo, because I'm glad Miss Pam
Brisket,
said
but
that.
hold on, Lewis. But
Hold
Brisket
on,
better than Tua? Come on now.
No. Again, I agree with what Miss Pam is saying, and I disagree with what Pete said about Jacoby Brissett and Tua, right? But the problem is that when we have people on this panel or in the chat or wherever that is just happy-go-lucky and all positive, that's the same thing that we're complaining about Pete.
I understand, but as a Dolphin fan,
It sound like a sneak diss, Lewis. It sound like a sneak diss to my football guy.
What you trying to say, Lewis?
Miss Pam just said, Miss Pam just said that Pete always comes out and he's always negative, right? And that's why his takes are just horrible. And I would tend to agree with that. But it's the same thing if you're positive on everything and there's like Sharif. If you're a Sharif, wherever.
Sharif is just wrong.
Yeah, everything is peaches and cream with Sharif.
Hey, who's
Sharif has
There's
brought
no
up.
Who's an Alabama fan?
There's not a sense of negativity with Sharif.
Sharif brought up offensive
Hold on.
line.
I just
The
hold
running
on. I wanted to give a
game and
personal
the
welcome back
fullback
to.
why we will win.
I want to say.
Hey, is there any Alabama fans on the panel?
Welcome
They're
back,
not claiming
everyone.
it now.
Hey,
No.
go Noles.
William
Go
Perry.
Noles.
Thank you for the
Get it.
It's all go
Get it.
Gators over here.
Go Gators. Hey,
But
so
I'm gonna say. I just want to say. Welcome back. Hold on, Pam. I just want to say welcome back to Trucker Sean come back. Thanks for coming back and watching Trucker Sean.
yeah, Trucker, we love you.
He left for a while.
Hey,
He's
Von,
back.
But I
Joe,
miss
you
him
said Pete running
because
people
I
off,
love
man.
him.
Welcome
He's
back,
awesome.
brother.
A reserve. What do you mean a reserve for? Hold on. Pete might not have been timed out. I just need to get clarification.
Oh, I think that's what that was about. But
Remove
listen,
any Alabama fans off the channel. Who's an Alabama fan?
I don't know.
Oh, he just wasted $20.
No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
that was
Somebody is.
misguided.
It
He
goes
could
in
come
the
back
bank
and change
for a
it.
while. Goes in the bank. Yeah,
No,
he could change it.
He could change it with his
He's gonna
intentions.
put it
Hey,
towards
you
my
can
sweat.
change it for Pete. You can change it for Pete. Keep
No, he
Pete out.
cannot change it. I don't
Listen.
know what you guys are talking about.
Listen.
Oh, you see,
Listen. Put it in my
Give
swear
false
jar.
information.
No.
No.
Put it in my swear
No.
jar for the next time I turn up.
No.
He
You
said
just
it's
have to
a
behave.
reserve
So I want
name.
to answer Lewis's point, because I get your point. The thing that I would say is different is that at least somebody that's all positive about the Dolphins, at least a good portion of what they're saying is true.
No, it's not.
You know, maybe not all of it.
No, it's not.
Sealer being a Pro Bowler is not true, bro. I'm sorry. Sealer being
Oh,
a Pro
I'm
Bowler.
not saying that part was true. I'm saying
That's
a
a little
lot of
far-fetched.
what he said was true. Like our coaching staff.
All right.
Gonna
All right,
have it.
so time out real quick. Pete was not banned. It was to not kick him out, Terrence says. It was for him to have as a bank. Facts over fiction, I'll bring you back. Pete,
No, Steven. There's no apology. You see, this is the issue I have with you, Steven.
Oh my gosh,
This
here
is
we
the
go.
issue I have. This is how I
CB83,
know
deal with it. Sit down and
can't
listen.
stand
I'm
me.
listening.
You are quick to put me out. You are so
I'm glad
fast.
you put on the
You know
shirt,
what you
Lewis.
did to me, Steven? You
Don't worry
incarcerated
about
me.
me. I'm
You
coming
locked
naked
me
to your
up
house.
without the full.
Damn.
Not
I'm
knowing
glad,
everything.
I'm glad you put on the shirt, bro.
How do you
Hey,
always?
man, y'all
But
coming
you
naked to
always
this
mess
house?
up with me, Steven.
Wow.
It's
You're
always
my
me.
guy, Pete.
It's always me.
It is you. Oh
Bro,
my
you're
God.
the only one who
Pamela,
talk
Pamela,
reckless. It should be
please,
you.
Pam.
Pete, it looked as though you got timed out. What
How?
was that? Because you said
It's that you wanted to make it look like I got timed
Pete,
out.
it looked like it was.
Oh, that's how it
If you would have read
it
it,
looked that way.
shout out to Terrence. Shout out to
This
Terrence.
was for Pete. What else you wanted
I don't
to
think
say?
TV was giving me $20 to help pay for this jersey.
Y'all were so happy. So happy.
They were. I wasn't.
I'm out, guys.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
We were having a party up in here.
Hey, Pete, the confusion was everybody sitting up here believing in football gods, leprechauns, sorcerers, and wizards.
Oh
up here.
my
No. Hey, what? Hold on. I got you, Lewis. Hey, Pamela. Pamela. When I was convicted without a crime right now by Steven, right? You went out and started yapping. What were you saying again? Can you repeat yourself about me?
My commentary is yapping?
No, you were yapping, saying that I was negative.
Hey, Lewis.
Whoa.
Oh my
really?
gosh.
Hey, Lewis, am I able to
What were
get
you
3
saying about me
wishes with
again,
those
Pam?
leprechauns and sorcerers?
What were you saying
Seriously,
about me
you
again,
take the
Pam?
one woman on the panel and you say she's yapping?
Pete, you better.
Because you started saying my name. You take it however you want to take it.
My name? I didn't say
You're
you were
saying I'm
yapping.
not a fan.
Hey, Pete. Pete,
I never said those words, but I don't think you are.
I'm beginning to think.
You said I
think we got our wires
infiltrated the fan
crossed,
base.
Christian.
You're doing the whole
I'm really
cancel
beginning to
culture
think that
thing.
Pete is
It
an
doesn't matter
undercover
if you're a
Jets fan.
female or a male.
better say
It
these
matters
men are
what comes out
yapping.
of your mouth.
Nobody's
That's
a
what
Jets
men are
fan,
yapping.
Alex. Stop it.
I think Pete's an undercover Jets fan, man. That's what I'm beginning to
It's
think.
impossible to be a Jets
I
fan.
agree.
Stop
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Y'all been
Hey,
loud
for
and wrong.
sure.
And then now that two is good, y'all want to go and talk about Pete and cancel Pete and all this.
You're gone.
Right? Over 3
You're out
4
again.
games. This is
You're
what
out
y'all
again,
doing.
Pete.
All right, Pete.
I'm gonna yap away while you're gone.
Duh.
First off, I think it's a mistake to play Armstead on Sunday. I really do
Now,
think
hold
so.
on. Let me say this. Let me just throw this out there so Pete doesn't get mad. Trucker Sean paid $20 for Pete to go, right? And Pete had a $20 reserve. So I will allow Pete the $20 because you got to double in order to come back, right? That would be 40. You have 20 in your account. You can use that to go towards your 40 to come back. I just want to say that. Whatever you want to do, that $20 is yours. I don't want you to get all bent out of shape, Pete. Don't do it, Pete. I'm just letting you know.
Let's not talk about him. He's gone. Let's not talk about him while he's gone. He's gonna say you're yapping.
First up, Steven and everybody, I want to wish everybody a happy belated Thanksgiving.
An extra 20 gets Pete back if he uses the 20.
So hey, how you doing?
It's been a minute since I've been up here, Steven. I just want to wish you and your family and everybody here a happy belated Thanksgiving.
Pete's back. Pete's back.
Oh,
sorry,
goodness.
Mr.
Oh, Lord. No, Pete needs to be quiet so William can finish his point. Let William talk.
I didn't even start yet.
I was talking, Pam.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alex.
No,
I'm sorry, Alex.
William Perry needs to be up because he's Alabama fan. That goes towards the Alabama band. William Perry's got to go sit down.
He said it's
I
for
wasn't here.
Alabama fans. There was no Alabama fans on the panel.
Nah,
Now,
I'm
if he
just
would
messing
like-
with you.
If he would like to use that for William, I will allow that since William is an Alabama.
I have to give Alabama fans grief. It's a requirement. It's a rite of passage.
It is crypto.
It is definitely a
It is.
requirement.
I don't mind.
So let me ask you. Come on, Rashad.
Now,
Rashad.
Pete, Rashad just got you out for 10 minutes.
Damn.
So
Bye.
we're back at
Man, it must be
Don't ask
payday this
about him
week.
while he's gone.
Everybody got their Christmas checks early.
First things first. Somebody owes me $2 for Pete's beaker tape because I came up with that, and everybody's gonna pay me for that. I copyright that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the numbers with me right this second, but every time you use it, $2. It's Steven, and I'll just use it for curse words later.
There you go.
All right. So hold on a second. I'm just gonna jump through this real quick. I've got 2 points tonight. The last 4 games that the 49ers played were the Rams, Chargers, Cardinals, Saints. Rams, bad offense, bad defense. Chargers, bad offense. Cardinals, bad offense. Saints, bad offense. Why do they have that number 1 spot? Yesterday I said I think this is going to be a close game. I don't think so now that I looked at everything from the whole season. They lost to the Texans, the Bears, the Falcons, and the Chiefs, right?
The Niners?
Yeah, the Niners did. So the Falcons loss was a big loss because it was like 28-13 or something like that. I think we put up over 30 now. Yesterday I said it was going to be like a 3-point game. I think the Dolphins can put up 30.
I'm with you on that, William. I really am with you.
The reason is that the numbers that number 1 defense only matches up with certain games, and those certain games come up with bad offenses, right? All of their wins are bad offenses. Panthers, Seahawks is not a bad offense, but they put up 20, but they held them to 7 points. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings are a suspect team, and they beat the Vikings. The Eagles blew out the Vikings. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
and I think
hey, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt, William. So the World Cup is going on, and Tanzania is playing France. Tanzania was up 1-0, would have been a big upset. France just scored a goal, and the person, Antoine Griezmann, did the waddle after he scored. He's a Dolphins
Oh, how
fan.
cool.
Let's
go.
That is fire right there.
Out there, that's pretty dope.
I thought you were just going to tell us that you hate America. That's what I
I would never say that. William, you're trying to get me canceled, William. No, I love America.
William, that's actually a good point with the 49ers, man. Because that's really a good point because I do.
Can I be heard?
Go.
Hello?
Yeah, my bad.
Let me just tell you the one game.
I interrupted William. Let William finish. Sorry.
I want to know, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Let William go. Go ahead, William.
The one game that I circled on this was the Broncos and the Broncos game, which was 11-10 loss, right? Or 11-10 win, right? The Broncos have a great defense. They have no offense. We have a similar defense with Chubb there now, right? So this only changes this narrative that I think the 49ers can stop our offense, right? So I'm changing my take from yesterday from a close game to I think we win this by double digits. Okay, at least
So, can I ask a question, William?
Yeah.
So, did the 49ers have anybody injured that was pivotal in those losses?
Not really, except for Bosa.
That's a pivotal player. Don't you mean not really?
Was he out all of those losses?
But he's not.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through the players. I'm just going through the team.
Flip side said that sounds great and all, but the 49ers key defensive players were out of those games as well.
I think there was only one key defensive player out.
And that happens to be the main one, Bosa.
Yeah, but see, whenever we played Cleveland, they had two great Miles Garrett and what's the other one?
Clowney,
and we were
There's
able to stop
there's
them.
no one close to Bosa.
But I mean, but you got two.
Garrett is better than Bosa.
So you're just gonna say Bosa makes
Everybody
up
keep
two.
bringing up Clowney. Yo, Clowney's
Miles
washed.
Garrett
Could be shut down
Miles
one-on-one.
Garrett is
Austin
a
Jackson
mile
could shut
better
him down.
than Bosa. Miles
Okay.
Garrett
Well, I mean,
is way
trash.
better than Bosa.
I'm just thinking that with the body of work that I've seen from the 49ers, that we can get 30 on them. Over at least 30. Okay.
I think we win. I think we win on
I think we
Sunday,
win.
even if Armstead does not play.
I think we win.
I think if I'm with you on the 30, but I'll give him 27. 27-17 Dolphins.
Yeah.
Can I say something now? Can I say something?
Go ahead, David. What's up, bro?
How do you slow down a team that has a good defensive line? With what?
Quick screens and slants.
Who has the better? Who has the better?
If they're
Who has the
bad
better?
tacklers, then
Who has
screens
the?
will work.
Who has the better screeners?
I think we do.
We do.
They do.
Yeah,
They run more screens than.
I think.
Hold on.
I think. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect. That's a lie.
I think this game is going to be a game of screens, and whoever does it better is going to win.
That's exactly what I think.
I don't think McCaffrey's playing
Right.
Sunday.
You gave a whoever does it better, which is key. We wasn't defending
So if
either
that's the
one with
case,
another.
if that's the case,
Well, I think the Dolphins are going to do it better, but anyway.
They run more screens than us. They run short better.
Von Joe's breaking up.
Joe, you need to get up off that.
Why have the Dolphins not ran any screens? You think they're not going to do it this
They
week?
will. They're going
to screen them to death, and Bosa will be left as absolute, not even worth it. He's not going to get anything because they're going to screen him to death.
Remember, their linebackers also
That's all theory.
are not good at
Of
pass
course, it's
coverage.
theory, but that's my opinion. I
Their
could be
linebackers
wrong.
are not good at pass
Everything
coverage.
we say is all theory until it happens. I mean,
Correct.
You also tend to forget.
But people are making it as if it's
McCaffrey and Mitchell
definitive.
are not playing.
They make it
the other
absolute.
takes are making it as if it's definitive.
I could be. What are you talking about? I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
That statement that we're a better screen run. They run more screens than us.
No, Tyreek is the better screen. Tyreek is better than Debo. Come on.
How many screens have Tyreek had all season? Maybe 3?
I think this is the game where we see
fine.
more.
You don't think that's been practice? That's going to be practice?
Yeah, but Hill has probably only gotten a total of 3 screens all season.
It's called execution.
Debo is known for taking these short little routes and going.
And Debo reactivated his hamstring on Sunday.
No, I am
Debo has a hamstring problem.
Alex, fuck all that. I'm telling
Swear
you right
jar.
now. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a damn swear jar.
Lewis.
I am not gonna let some hoe. I'm not gonna let some hoe time me out talking about I disrespected God. What I said was that we're out here believing in leprechauns, sorcerers, and wizards because there was another dude on this goddamn panel that said we believe in football gods. I did not say nothing about God. So who was it, Stephen D? Fins up, Winsy. Turn me out because you ain't nothing but a hoe. A straight up hoe.
A Harry Potter hoe. A Harry Potter hoe.
From New Zealand.
He could be from the land down under. I don't give 2 flying F's. I don't give. Again, let me stop. I just want to know that I am a God. I believe in God.
I can see Lewis's blood pressure went through his eyes.
Veins are popping out of his forehead.
His veins are popping out, boy.
No, it's not bad
He's
yet.
turning red.
Man of faith, but that dude is a straight up hoe. Talking all that
He
crap.
just doesn't.
He's a hoe.
He just doesn't like
Hey,
that
look what you did.
narrative that he.
Give me. Let me
he's
say
against
this
God.
second.
Lewis went rabbit on you. See? Y'all always want to see it.
He said 2 flying F's. He didn't actually say the word.
say the
But
word.
I
He's a
do have to call him out on the fact of Why is it always 2 flying Fs? What's wrong with 3 or 4?
It's more impressive when you give 2, Miss Pam. That's
Oh,
why.
okay.
Yeah.
I know
And
3 is
and
good.
Lewis delivers them so eloquently that I was just like, you know what, you can probably get 3. You know what I mean?
Lewis, he got you out, Lewis.
Oh my God!
Oh, no.
He said, "Bye, Lewis. Merry Christmas."
Oh my.
Goodness.
I'm just saying, we live in the world of screens and land of screens, and we got screen this
All
and
right.
screen
All
that.
right, the guy Lewis is talking about just came back like that.
You tend
Ain't
to
that
forget,
something?
like I just told you.
I'm right back.
Hold on, William. Vontae, you tend to forget that McCaffrey's battling an injury right now. What's his name? The other running back is out for this game. Okay, Debo has a hamstring problem right now. Okay, and
he's still going to
what
play.
else? They got injuries of their own that they have to deal with, just like we do.
Wait, hold on.
That's
Are they out of the game though?
Tyreek Hill doesn't have an injury, nor Waddle.
But to Davius, their corner. I'm sorry, William.
Are they
Go ahead, bro.
out?
Go ahead.
You keep saying they're battling injuries. Guess what? It's week 12, week 13 of the NFL season. Everybody's nicked up and battling injuries.
I get that, but these are major injuries to key
These
players.
are made like the
Are
Christian
they
McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey, if he takes one hit, it's over for the game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, how long is Lewis out,
The
man?
key
I'm
is
a
who's going to hit him and take him out for the game. Well, Will Perry, who's going to hit him and take him out?
Steven, how long is Lewis out for, man? I'm gonna come back when he come back.
Yo, I just got a gift from the
10
football
minutes. All
god.
right, yeah. I'm gonna come back with Lewis because
Well, that may be true,
that's a
David,
bold
because
talk.
that's our only chance of winning. Is
I'm
that
gonna be out of his
those
skin in a different way. But it's all good.
Have you any of you ever pumped gas and got right on the exact number without just releasing it real quick? Exact money that you wanted to put in there. So that was a gift from the football gods.
Flipside Fisher said that's too much work. Just give them one quality F.
Again, and the thing is, and here's the thing that really bothers me: we're talking about them being out and those players being out.
Nick Chubb wasn't out whenever we played him 2 weeks ago, and guess what? We held him to 69 yards and shouldn't have let up.
What?
Flip side.
Okay, let's break this down one by one. Quarterback position, who has the advantage? At quarterback.
We do.
Running back, who has the advantage?
We do right now.
They do.
No.
They do.
No.
What? How?
No, they
How
don't.
do
Collectively, they do
how?
as a unit.
Listen, did y'all watch the Saints game last week?
Fully healthy, they do.
Did anybody watch the Saints game?
That's fine. Fully healthy. I give you that.
Who cares
Vontae,
about
but
the Saints game?
right
They
now,
didn't
like
give
I
up a
said,
point.
McCaffrey has an oblique injury.
If they play,
day to day right now.
If they're playing, they do. Case closed.
They
Next, you asked me a question.
And you tend to forget that this defense shut down McCaffrey last season. Wait,
he was playing for the 49ers?
Carolina.
So Carolina O-line matches up with San Fran's O-line. That's what you're telling me.
That's fine, but I still believe that they can stop the run. No running back has beat us this year.
Are those O-lines?
Steven, I got to come out and right back in.
Okay.
The O-lines are totally
The
different.
O-line for San Fran is better than Carolina's. I give you that.
Okay, so what we talking about next?
But here's the thing. No running back, no major running back has beat us this year.
Next, come on.
Joe, you tell people to let you talk, but you don't let nobody talk.
On to the next.
Yes, a major running back have beat us. Dalvin Cook did.
But Dalvin Cook didn't beat us until very late in the game.
Reese Hall
He did
not run for over 100 yards.
Mixon did.
Mixon did not run for 100 yards.
No,
you don't have to be 100 yards rushing to be effective.
And that's fine. There's no running back that has really beat us.
Alex, next.
We've had problems with running quarterbacks. That's probably the only thing that we've had problems with this year.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And receivers, who has the advantage?
We do.
So offense, we're better right now, except for the O-line.
Whoa! So you gonna stop at the O-line?
O-line and running backs.
The O-line has the advantage.
The O-line they do. Okay. There's still more players. The tight end. Who has the advantage?
The front seven. Who has the advantage?
They do.
No. Okay, you said tight ends. They got the advantage of tight ends.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Tight ends. I'm sorry. I missed that.
They got the advantage.
Front seven.
Okay.
Defense.
Front seven.
Who has the advantage?
They do.
In the secondary.
Secondary? Secondary?
Yes.
I'll
It's
say
a
they
wash
do,
in
but
the
you can say
secondary.
push. You can say push.
Yeah, you can say push. You can say a
I
wash.
would push the
It's
All
secondary
y'all
as
are
well.
missing the point. All of y'all are missing the point. Last year we wouldn't even be talking this way.
Wait, what?
Last year we wouldn't have been talking this way. We were
You
saying
still on
that
last year? Dude, you still
Dolphins.
on last year?
Listen. The
I'm
point
not
is the
listening.
Dolphins. Listen, the point is the Dolphins are a lot better than last year. That's the
They're a
point.
lot better than the last 2 years. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, so last year we're trying to say who has the
We've
better
gotten
thing,
off
better
to a
this,
better
better that.
start because we got a
Last
better roster
And
now.
year,
they still sell
49ers
tea
would
in
have been.
China.
Come
Okay,
on, man.
and
Come on.
okay. They still sell tea and drink tea in China. Okay, what? So what?
Last
What
year
are you
y'all
talking
would have
about?
said Jimmy was better than Tua. Last year y'all would have said Jimmy's better than Tua. Come on, man.
Jimmy is better than
Go
Tua.
ahead.
How is Jimmy better than Tua?
better than Tua. First
How
of all,
is he better than Tua?
Alex, please don't start that, Alex.
Please
We all know Jimmy G is
how
better than
is
Tua, and he was
Garoppolo
almost a
better
Dolphin to
than
be a starter
Tua?
here.
Hey, Steven.
Everybody
Here
knows
we
that.
go
This
again.
guy was.
Here
He came in right in time when he said that.
That is just the
Stevie,
worst
it's your fault,
take.
Stevie.
Jesus Christ,
Nobody
bro.
believes you. You have no
Stop trolling.
credibility because you say crap like that. No credibility.
This is ridiculous because you Jacoby Brissett's better than Tua. Jimmy Garoppolo's better than Tua. What's next? You're gonna say Mike Glennon better than Tua?
Alex.
Is Mike Glennon
If
better
you
than
see,
Tua?
Alex, Jimmy G's stats are almost similar to Tua's. They're literally comparable. They're literally
Stop
comparable.
with these takes. I'm gonna have to do the three
What's that?
flying F's.
Pete's
you
gonna
know.
sit there and say Nate Peterman is better than Tua.
Yeah,
come on, Alex.
Ryan Reed is better than Tua.
Alex, you want me to tell you how Alex, you want me to tell you how I know Tua's not that guy?
How?
You were going to war against me for months. Then you saw Tua wasn't it, and you faded off of the Tua love. You've recently fallen off. Did we forget? Did we forget?
I never did, Pete.
You think?
I never did,
Alex,
Pete.
hey, hold on,
I
Alex.
never did,
Alex.
Pete.
Alex.
You're going after Allen,
Hey,
but you're not going after me. You're going after Allen, but you're not going after me.
David, me and you got to talk because I thought you were in a body bag. First of all, I thought Ian put you in a body bag. So I'm glad you came back.
Let
But
me
Alex,
respond to you real quick. Hold on, bud.
Obviously,
The only
I'm a
time
gift
I
from
ever
his
fell
football
off the Tua
gods.
bandwagon was after his rookie year.
Buddy,
And I
Alex,
was
this is what I want to tell you. Alex, Alex, do you remember what your wife told you here on the show?
Ain't nobody give a damn about EM.
Do you remember what your wife told you, Alex?
But ever since then, who's the number one rated quarterback in the NFL?
But ever since then, no, there's a reason why. There's a reason why she snapped. This is a Lions, Texans, and what was that other crap team that's not even talked about in the playoffs? The Bears. The Bears.
Oh
So-
my gosh, Pete. You can't. You have no credibility.
49ers got beat by Denver. 49ers got beat by Denver.
Pam, you already know what's about to happen. You're sweating yourself. Teron Armstead is done.
Cool as a cucumber, buddy.
You're sweating.
Cool as a
You're
cucumber.
sweating yourself. Teron Armstead is out.
Sweating anything.
Hold on, real quick, Pete.
That you're putting your stuff on me. I ain't sweating anything.
Pete, can you hear me?
I am, but give me 1 second. I'm on the phone.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, wow.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Hey,
Don't worry,
Steven.
don't worry. Pam, I'll take,
Yeah, David.
Pam, I'll take your position of yapping. I'll take that position. Yeah, I'll take your yap. Don't worry, Pam.
This morning about the
Thanks, David.
about the narrative and us getting flexed, the Chargers games getting flexed. We're getting all these primetime games. If you go back to a couple of weeks ago, whenever I did the tinfoil hat Friday on CD83's channel, I put on the whole tinfoil hat and put on this conspiracy theory. You go watch that. I said exactly something like this was going to start happening.
Yep.
And now it's happening. And then, if we beat the 49ers on Sunday, it's going to change even more drastically because now there's a whole new storyline that the NFL can play off. The NFL's about narratives and making money. Why is Patrick Mahomes not
I'm back.
as he has been in the past couple of years? You're hardly hearing anything about it. The most talked about player right now is Tua, and that's been since the offseason.
Exactly.
No.
Watch the way it's Pete, hold on. Watch the way that this works out. You're going to start seeing exactly what I'm saying, because not only is the NFL, just putting on football games, but they're in the entertainment business, and you're going to start all these narratives switching. Hold
William
on, Pete.
Perry.
Hold on, Pete. Stop. Do you know what a
Watch
non-sequitur
what
is?
Vegas does, William. Right? Watch the money.
Watch the news. Watch the money. Pete, answer the question. Do you know what a non-sequitur is?
A what?
A non-sequitur.
No.
It's where the premises don't follow to the conclusion, right? So you're saying all these premises, you're taking out. We have premises, and your conclusion does not follow from those premises. So your logic is faulty. It's called a fallacy.
Hold on. How was my logic false? What logic? What logic are you pointing out? Name
your
it.
Premises. We're playing out the premises.
No. But you gotta give a scenario. Speak a certain based on what? Is it on Tua? Is it on Tua? Is it on the Dolphins? Is it on the head coach? Is it on Chris Greer?
If you be quiet, you might explain it.
Let's talk you more. Listen, because I'm very good at speaking. I'm speaking clearly. So
you're a very good speaker.
And I thank you. I appreciate it. You're a very good speaker too. I love that. You're hilarious to me. I wish you would join me in stand up. This shit is hilarious.
Come on, that's too much love. I deserve the hate. Come on, I like the hate. Go ahead. Finish, because I'm trying to learn something, William. Please go ahead. Finish.
So you're taking the narrative of your premises. Our premises are look at all the stats, right? Look at the Dolphins going all through the season. And your premises are, well, look at what we missed in the games that we won, and look at the games that we lost and the teams that we played. We're just looking statistically across the board, right?
Correct. But why do y'all get mad when I do that? And y'all do the same. But go ahead.
But
I got where you're going.
Not reading real fast.
You're not reading into, you're not putting in anything that's like statistically fact.
Okay, it gets annoying because a lot of ifs come out, a lot of if scenarios, but that's part of the business. That's part of the business when it comes to football.
I really think that you're that guy. You're the guy that has to beat down on the bad points and just put your thumb on them because you want the Dolphins to play so good and it makes them play good. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. William, there you go, buddy.
You start secretly hoping that you're the bad guy, right? You're the bad luck guy, and that your bad luck is going to rub off on the Dolphins and they're going to win. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is.
And I think it's working.
So I see the game because I think you're one of the greatest speakers that comes up on some of these platforms, just the way you talk. But your takes are hilarious. And everybody thinks they're for serious, and I don't think they're for serious.
Oh, I'm dead serious. That's what you guys fail to realize. And I really believe what I really say. And Steven tells you guys all the time. Go ahead, Steven.
I just said I've never heard this stay for serious. He's for serious.
I'm dead serious. You guys know.
I also say for why.
Listen, you guys know it. But the thing is, I think some of y'all get paid by the Dolphins, right? Because some of y'all have to get paid. Remember, I just do this. This is my spare time. I'm actually not working. I'm ignoring phone calls just to hang out with some of you.
Pete, they think I give you a kickback.
No, I know they always think that, and I'll be the first. You know, we don't get none of that. But anyways,
so Pete, I have to answer that point. So as far as me getting paid, I would be so rich as a Dolphin fan if I got paid by the Dolphins because I've been a Dolphin fan from their inception, 1966. So I ain't living the high life. I'm not paid by anybody. This is called being a true fan.
Nah, some of you work for the organization low key.
Yeah, right.
Y'all, and this is what y'all trying to do.
Right.
Only
Who do you
talk
work
positive.
For, the Jets? Do you work for the Jets?
I'm a fan of the Dolphins. I'm just a fan. I'm an upset fan. I'm an upset fan that's not gonna fall for this rainbow. There's no gold at the end of this rainbow. We know that story.
Don't try to cut my rainbow in half with a chainsaw. That's what you do.
But just
You're
like
trying
you
to cut
told
my
me,
rainbow in half with the chainsaw.
Cut it in half.
Just
Wait,
to clarify,
earlier, Pam, we was talking about leprechauns and stuff. So apparently, this rainbow and gold pots it's all meshing in.
That's all we have to believe in.
So again,
It's not
there's
our
only
team.
there's only two scenarios I see that are building up for our Dolphins. I hope y'all are aware of this. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all the first scenario that is more realistic. This is the real one that I truly believe now. So that means I was wrong. Yes, Pam, I was wrong and I admit it. The Dolphins might make the playoffs, and I say might with a capital M. But if we do, we've seen this story before. Dan Marino in '99 and Matt Moore in 2009.
Well, I saw the 72 Dolphins. I saw that story. So I
No,
just
you
want
didn't,
to
Pam.
tell you.
You don't know you didn't. You were a little girl. You don't remember that.
I'm 62 years old, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
Pete Pam
62
remembers.
years old.
You're 62, Pam?
72 Dolphins.
Pam, you're 62, Pam?
I'm
She looks
62.
great.
I have 5 grandchildren.
I need what you're drinking.
Way better than these other white women that I see on
Pete,
TV.
I need what you're
Pete,
drinking.
I'm 65 and I follow the Dolphins.
Well,
Steven,
and
check your Twitter.
what I'm drinking is I'm part Cherokee, so that's where I get.
Yeah, that's why I got the skin.
That's the magic formula, Pam.
That's the magic formula. I got some
This
dark
beer
running
just
through my
makes me
brains, my veins.
You look great, Pam.
Thank you.
Hey, Pete, check your Twitter.
And this is no,
Steve,
I
check your
do
Twitter.
no filler and no Botox. I just want y'all to know I'm not that girl.
I can't play
do
that.
color
Alex,
this hair.
but it's really cool. I'll retweet it.
You're fantastic,
Oh,
Pam.
okay.
So
I'm sorry,
it's all
man. I'm
good.
sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. Y'all are sweet.
My bad, Steven.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir, William.
Did you hear what I said about the schedule of the 49ers comparative to their wins and losses?
You bring up a really good point. You know, I kind of compare like who the 49ers played and with their devastating defense was not really good football team. But I can also juxtaposition that with the fact that the Dolphins' 5-game winning streak is tied to teams that aren't very good either.
I would agree.
So, there's some even inequality things going on there. But I do want to bring up a couple of points that I was gone for a while and I'll get kicked out again. I'm fairly sure because
talk quick.
People don't like me. Anyway, notwithstanding, the temperature for the game is looking at about 50 in the low 50s with a 58% chance of rain on Sunday. That's one thing. I did post up, and I think Pam caught it, that the Bills' Deion Dawkins is out Thursday night against the Patriots, and that's obviously a problem because I don't like the Bills' offensive line. I think it's just honestly not good. Saffold stinks. Brown stinks. And going on in that. And, I look at now you start looking at this game and you start really, really looking at the matchups and which is better. And by the way, the Armstead, I've seen nothing on any reports that Armstead is even remotely going to play on Thursday. I don't think if there's games that are being played, because there's a lot of scenarios. Let's just say hypothetically the Bills lose in New England on Thursday night. That game, and the Jets have that game in Minnesota. Maybe this game with San Francisco isn't as important as we're placing, all this, issue on. Because if the Bills drop to 8-4, a Dolphin non-conference loss isn't all that important as long as the Jets lose. Then what you have is, then you have 2 8-4 teams and 2 7-5 teams, and it still comes down to the other 2 games on that on that swing, a road swing.
Yeah, we would still have to hope the Jets lose, though.
Yeah.
Well, the Jets in San Francisco. Remember Mike White and his history. Mike White comes in the game last year, throws a 405.
Hi, Mark. Lance got you.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
Well, that was. I love Mark.
I was about to interrupt that guy. I was about to cut him off.
Because he was actually talking fast.
Here's the
Can't
thing.
handle the truth.
It's hard out here for people.
We're gonna get. I do think that Buffalo's game is going to be flexed Sunday night, as well. I think that we're going to get 2 Sunday night games. The Chargers game and the Buffalo game. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, for sure, especially if we win this weekend, which I think we will.
I don't think we're gonna win this weekend. Get that out of your head, William.
Well, you said that about the playoffs.
We lost Teron
I want you
Armstead.
back. I want you back Monday.
Yeah,
I
look,
was wrong.
Pamela, listen to me clearly. Did we? Why do we act like we forget what we saw? When Teron Armstead was out, they benched Tua for a reason. This is the 49ers. This is the 49ers.
Because he didn't need to be in there. There was no need for him.
Oh, there was no need for him. So how come the coach said? How come the coach said if they would have came back on a one-score game, we would have put Tua back in the game?
But they didn't.
Well, I mean, they didn't.
They were coming back.
The defense
they were
stepped
coming
up,
back.
got 2 interceptions.
But this is the but
Come on.
you're taking.
You also forget
this is what y'all do. Y'all taking the most important scenario out of that and just going by what y'all want to say.
That's not the most important scenario.
The most important situation was the reason they came back, Pam. The reason they came back is because Armstead was out. That's it.
Yeah, Sanders did make 3 field goals.
Texans.
I'm impressed.
Remember what I said about non-sequiturs?
He didn't miss any, right, Crypto? Didn't miss any.
Right.
You're missing the point, William.
Team stepped up.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point from the beginning.
Even if Teron Armstead is not playing on Sunday, you tend to forget that Tua was the least sacked quarterback last season.
Tua has not played without Teron Armstead, Alex. Are you aware that his headache extended 3 weeks because Armstead was out 3 weeks?
Hey, Pete.
Are you aware? Alex, let me tell you something, Alex. When Tua got that concussion, when Tua got that concussion, he could have came back after 1 week. He sat it out, wrote it out until Armstead was back. That's what happened. And now we know the truth.
Since you only live on ifs, if Tua takes us to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl, what are you going to stand on?
You better take that out of the category, buddy. I'm telling you right now, we lost Teron Armstead.
You're gonna fall
We lost
out.
Teron Armstead. The season is over.
Be so upset, Pete.
No, I'm not going to be upset.
That shows you that Pete does not faith in the coaching staff. That shows you right there.
You know what I'm worried about, Pamela and Steven? That after we go on this losing streak, we're going to have fans like Pamela that are just going to say, you know what? I'm done with this team. That's what I'm worried about.
Really?
That's what I'm worried about. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about Steven shutting down the show. I'm worried about Steven shutting down the show after we derail.
I didn't stay a fan after 1 and 13.
Hey, Pete, how you going to say folks are throwing in the towel?
That's ridiculous.
I sat through the 1 and 15 season. I sat through the 1 and 15. Me and Pam, you sat through the 1 and 15 season. I sat through the 1 and 15 season. And I paid money to go to games. I went to 5 games.
The only ones that didn't sit through that season was 2 years, Alex. Everybody dealt with that. We're still here. We come up. We love our Dolphins.
Tua was not even thought of yet. I'm talking about the 2015 season.
I said the only ones that didn't see and get to be a part of that season are the 2 years.
So, Pete,
I'm talking about the 1 and 15 season,
Pete.
Pete,
I want you to listen very closely.
I know what you're talking about, Alex. You don't know what I'm saying.
Let me say this point. I want you to hear this. So the fact
Steven wasn't diapers
we
at
have
that
these
time.
young fans that have been fans with a record. Listen, please. The fact that we have these young fans that are such hard, strong Miami Dolphin fans and they never saw us be successful does not make them less than, Pete. It doesn't make
Those are the ones
point.
that love me, Pam. Those are the fans that love me.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish. It shows that they are fans of the Miami Dolphins because they're real fans no matter what.
You're literally describing me.
Point, and you made my point.
That's been me. I'm that fan, Pam. I've been loving the Dolphins since 2000. Since the year 2000.
2000.
Year 2000.
Oh my
Since the new millennium.
2 decades ago.
Yeah.
I had grandkids.
It's been 20 years of misery. Y'all got to live the good years. Y'all got to live the Marino taking you to the Super Bowl.
These young people that are fans are real fans because they didn't get the great times.
We are 8-3. We are on the precipice that if we come out of the next 3 games, minimum 2-1, I think we're the best team in the NFL, personally.
Steven, give it up, please. We lost to Ron Armstead.
Teron Armstead is a game time decision. He's
out for the year.
No, he's not.
He's not out for the year. He's out for the year. Then
Oh my
that's
gosh,
a problem.
Okay.
Really? You
This
just
guy is
say
out
that.
for the year, bro.
Dude, he
out for
is
the year?
not. You are
I think
just
he's out
wrong.
for 2 weeks. At the
A
most.
grade.
The
He's not
last
even-
couple of years,
It's a game
Teron
time
Armstead has had a
decision.
pectoral problem.
Hold
and
on.
he's played
Hold
through
on.
it.
What game time decisions end up being.
Mike
It's a
McDaniel
2
was
week.
just on the press conference and said that Teron Armstead could play this week. He's going to do everything he can to play this week.
And if he doesn't, he'll play the next week.
He's told everybody that he plans to
We're going
play
to Cuba to get. He'll come in and start, and then he'll
But I
go out
think
in the
it's a
second
mistake to
series.
play him.
Well, we're
I
going to need him
really
against
think it's a
San
mistake to
Francisco.
play him.
We
We're
got
gonna need
no
him against
run
San
game.
Francisco.
We got no
That is a
run
risk,
game.
not
Listen to
resting
this.
them and letting them get healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
We got no run game.
Hey, Pete.
No offensive line
How
now.
many wins will we have with Josh Rosen right now?
Oh, Josh Rosen will be having a career year with this team as well.
Oh my God! That's
Josh
that's
Rosen.
oh my God.
That 2-piece was amazing.
And you see, and you know what? And you know what?
With these weapons and with this line,
Jacoby
maybe
will be having a career year. I mean, a lot
Jacoby
of
will be having a
like,
career.
but this is
What about Teddy?
First of all, did y'all not? First of all, did y'all not hear me complain up here on Monday about Tua and clean pockets? Yeah, but y'all don't take it serious because y'all think it's a joke until it pops up. I was sitting here telling y'all Tua completed. I was sitting here. No, I was right. Tua completing passes and clean pockets, and they were not accurate at all. And what happens? TD Fins talk. You know what?
Receiver's hands.
You know what? It should be TD film talk. That's what it should be. TD film talk.
What about the touchdown?
I also feel like I'm getting beat by my own arm when I hear
the pocket. The pocket broke down on him, and he found
And he throws a touchdown. This is
That's what I said. Like, you're kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now, Pete? You
TD film talk. It's TD film talk.
Film talk. Man, I got one thing to say. Screw the film. Okay, I watch with my own eyes.
He said, screw the film.
I watch
Alex,
with my own
somebody
eyes.
should time you out for that.
I watch with my own eyes. Okay,
Alex is preaching eye test.
I watch with my own eyes, and I say that Tua has been the most improved quarterback in the NFL this season compared to what he has had to deal with the last two.
Most
okay, I told everybody this from the get-go. You build around Tua. You give him the weapons to, and watch. He's going to take off, and he did, and he has taken off this year. He is the
definitely
number
don't
one
play
rated
him year
quarterback.
one.
His pocket presence is out of this world great. Okay,
What are you talking about, Alex?
He needs help to make himself look better.
Okay.
Why do you make things up, Alex? His pocket presence is not good. Where was his pocket presence versus the Texans? Where was the pocket presence versus the Texans?
There's a lot of bad
Where he
players
was
that
scrambling to throw touchdowns.
on other
He
teams.
scrambled to make plays happen.
When I was up here,
quarterback last season with the bad O-line. Do you know who was the most sacked quarterback with the better O-line? Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was the most sacked quarterback with a better O-line. Tua was the least sacked quarterback with a bad O-line last season. What? There's some stats for you right there.
that's your eye test, Alex. I can't help you with that. Your eye test is just
facts.
not
That's
where it
an
needs
eye
to be
test.
at the
That's
moment.
facts, Pete. I know you have trouble with facts. I know you do. but
Look at
those
the
are
numbers,
facts.
Pete. Ryan Tannehill was sacked more times than what Tua was with a better O-line last season.
Yep.
Tua was the least sacked quarterback in the NFL last season.
So Pete, let me ask you a question. Who do you think is the best quarterback
Joe
in the
Burrow's the
league
most
right
sacked, and he ended up in
The best
Super Bowl
quarterback in the
somehow.
NFL right now is Josh Allen, hands down, and he's hurt.
Oh,
and
you
he's
mean-
hurt.
You
And
mean
he's hurt.
interception,
But-
Allen?
But it's Josh to me. It's Mahomes and Allen. Those are the top two.
Mahomes.
But I will take Josh Allen first. I will take Josh Allen before Mahomes. But those are the top two.
No.
That's
Hell
good. You don't know what you're talking about.
Hell no.
No.
Josh interception, Allen. Mm-hmm.
One thing about Josh Allen is this, okay? The way his quarterback ability,
he runs.
He's not going to last too much longer in the NFL. In my opinion,
He's not. It's
No,
one
because
big hit away.
you cannot play that way for an extended period of time. And
I'm sure Mark would agree with me on that.
Right.
Look at Roethlisberger. I mean,
Roethlisberger started breaking. You have to look at every quarterback.
Roethlisberger damn played 20 years.
Cam Newton was a far better player.
Cam Newton suffered. Wait a minute, guys. Cam Newton suffered an AC joint injury, which ruined his passing ability. He
also got hit. Football. Like flipped his truck in the middle of a bridge. So it was like that was pretty bad too.
Again, let's keep perspective on the nature of these injuries that have come into play.
Allen's one big injury away from running.
And Allen runs more than he should. And the Bills' offensive line is not very good right now, and that's where they're going to focus in the draft, obviously, because
hey, Steve.
Because Saffold has been a bust.
If I give you 20 more, could I get Mark off for the day?
Pay $50 more.
No, you can't do it like that. You can't do it like that.
He's putting deposits down.
At least he speaks facts.
Well, I got 20. I put 30. If I put 20 on, that would be 50.
I'd rather listen to Mark than Pete.
I can't hear you.
Mark's like the most subjective person.
So
I'd rather hear Mark than Pete.
It's 50.
Mark's a piece of crap. I don't want to hear from him. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you pay 50 or you pay 20.
How dare you, Pam?
And I want to know the reason why you made that opinion.
Me?
No, I want to know who the person who made a comment about me made that opinion because of anything. What was it that I said that so offended you?
Oh, I'll tell you right now.
I'm
you
sorry.
said the Bills are better than the Dolphins.
I didn't say anything. Did I say that?
You talk crap about the women of this. You talk crap about the women of the Dolphins all the time.
What have I said?
What you want to get into it? I'll freaking get into it, you piece of crap. Not only have you gone after Pamela, you've gone after Miss Finch, you've gone off of Liz.
I talked to Miss Finch. I talked to Miss Finch.
I don't give a crap. You gone off on them.
You
said that the whole Dolphins fan base are,
it's about
ignorant. Okay.
Well,
I don't give a shit. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap, Mark. You're a piece of crap. If I ever saw you, I would beat you down. Period. But I'll never see you.
So you can go ahead and take a swing.
Hey, Lance, you're not confusing him with Michael K. I think that may have been Michael K. Lance.
I like to go at Pam. I like to go at Pam just to get the women on the panel involved.
Confused him with Michael K.
I want to go at them. I don't want to make them feel left out, so I go at Pam.
I'm not Michael K. I'm not Dud Fins.
Don't take nothing I say seriously.
I know exactly where I'm talking to.
At the end of the day, it's just.
I've never heard
Lance, can I just say something to Lance? Lance, probably 3 months ago, I'd have been on your side 100% because he did just exactly what you said. However, I will say that he came back to me and apologized, and he apologized to other people, and he hasn't done it since. So I can't change your opinion of it.
But that was Michael K. Lance.
He hasn't learned
it. That was Michael K.
I think it was Michael K.
It was Mark. I was there on the panel when I forgot whose it was.
No, it was Michael K. that came after me and called me
it was
the
Mark.
word. And
Lance, you can time them out or ban it. You have options here. You have options. Okay,
come on, Lance, pony up. If you don't like it, pony up.
Steven, are you weird? Steven is antagonizing this right now, 100%.
Yeah, Steven's trying to get that bag.
Look at this. Look at this mug. Steven's out here just exploiting everybody for the money.
Don't be the money.
I'd rather hear from Mark than Michael K. any day. Any day. At least Mark talks football. That's my only thing. Lance, I feel you. I understand.
Steven's like this. Show me the money.
I talk football, but y'all don't want to hear it. We lost to Ron Armstead. The season is over. Let's wipe our smiles off our face.
You're not talking logical.
But how is that? Look, no, this is the thing. This is the thing. Y'all don't think it's logical, but y'all forget what we saw last on the field. Tua got sack after sack after sack with no Armstead. This is an automatic L. It's almost easy money by betting on the 49ers. It's guaranteed money.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Are you forgetting the right tackle also?
I want to tell you, be careful because I know you're driving. So
Who's the favorite in this
careful.
game? Who's the favorite in this game?
San Fran by 3.
San Fran by 3?
Yeah.
That's not a lot of points for a game.
What are the points? Okay, so 3.
It's 15.
It's 3.5. San Fran by 3.5.
Yeah, I think ESPN has it on percentage-wise. They got the 49ers.
I'm not bringing you on, Bonjo. I'm not going to do it.
And the Dolphins
I'm not bringing you on, Bonjo. There's not a space for you up here,
Yeah,
Bonjo.
yeah, that explains the 3-point spread.
Go ahead, bring Vonjo up here. I gotta drop off anyway. Get ready for work, guys.
No, Alex. This is why Steven won't bring me on. He knows what I'm about to say. He knows what I'm about to say. Mark is the one person on this panel that can actually be voted off for the day.
Oh.
So you don't even have to pay to get Mark off. But these Gills fans, no, we could vote them off. So I'm gonna initiate a vote,
gentlemen and ladies. And Cam.
Initiate the vote, Vonjo.
All right,
I will initiate a
crypto
vote.
for Mark, yes or no, off the panel. Crypto.
Come to me last.
Nah, keep Mark up here. You got to pay to get that guy out of here.
Alexander.
You got to pay to get that guy. He knows football.
Alexander, you vote Mark off, yes or no?
Oh my goodness, we got.
I put it like this: is anybody in the back waiting? That's how
Mark,
I determine my
listen,
vote.
I'm sure you're a great person, but as a Bills fan, as a Dolphins fan to a Bills fan,
All right,
I
that's
vote
3.
you off.
Teapot,
Out of
954. Teapot.
Out of there.
That's 4. You need 2 more. William.
I gotta keep Mark on. I like talking to him.
Pamela.
I say Mark stays. I mean, I'd rather see Pete voted off.
Hold on, time out.
You're such a hater. You're such a hater.
We can't vote Pete.
It doesn't matter. There's not enough because Pete said you got to pay to get him off. So
hold on.
You got to pay. You got to pay. Y'all listen.
Just to make sure.
Mark
if
off.
you want him off, you got to pay.
Hold on, sir.
Hey, you don't deserve that card, Pete. You do not deserve that.
And I'm gonna be giving this one away soon. Hey, Steven, I'm gonna be giving this one away soon.
So what is that?
This is a special tour card. There's only 5 in the world. You see the number? Yeah? There's only 5. Look at the 5. What the camera? Y'all see it?
Pete,
there's only 5.
I want to give you a little.
That's
Pete,
one of them NFTs that goes up in flames.
Pete, you too handsome to have those ugly takes.
I just want to make sure I got this.
I want to ask you.
This is a beautiful one.
All right, y'all boys. I gotta get ready to work. I'll talk to you guys
gotta
later.
vote off a Dolphin fan.
See you later.
But this is my favorite. This is my favorite one. Autograph. This is who's gonna save the season.
That's what we're doing.
Y'all see that autograph?
Oh my gosh.
So guys,
that's who y'all got better invest in. Because I got a bunch of Skylers. Skylers are. Where my guy Jason at?
Pete, hold on 1 second. I just want to go ahead and let you guys go ahead and continue Dolphin talk with a Gills fan, so he could tell us about RT and come back and slap us in the face and come back and slap us in the face later on because he wasn't here when his team was getting dug into the dirt. He disappeared like the little punk that he is. But again, you guys go ahead and have this little conversation and all this kumbaya with a Gills fan.
There's no kumbaya. I give
fan.
Mark hell when I need to.
Go ahead. All right, you guys have fun.
Don't be
Bonjo.
Come back, Bonjo. Bonjo's a hater. Don't worry about it. He hates you.
Pete, I want to ask you a question. Pete, how old are you?
Go ahead. 32.
Pete, how old are you? How old?
32.
Okay, so I just want to tell you that with the way you talk and the way you're living, by the time you're 42, you're going to look 82.
Wow.
Calm down, dude, because you're a young man that has an opportunity You're a
see that,
nice looking
Steven?
young man.
Show it again.
You're,
Show it again, William.
and
Look at
and
this
listen,
view.
I know 32-year-olds. My
Where you
kids are
at, bro?
fixing to be 40. My kids are 40 and 36.
I live in
So
one of the most
I know
beautiful places in the world.
32-year-old young men.
Miami?
No, I live in South Alabama. Go look at Gulf Shores. Go look up Gulf Shores. Or
Hey,
Orange
what's
Beach.
going on,
I appreciate
everybody?
that.
Hey,
I got a question. I got a question for Pete.
hey,
Pete,
Batman.
when are you gonna get me that Tyreek Hill jersey you lost your bet on? When am I gonna receive that?
Batman, as soon as all we got to do is win a playoff game. That's all we have to do.
Playoff game.
What do you mean?
Moving the goalposts.
Hold on. Did y'all not see the last card I put up? Did y'all not see the last card? That's been the thing, Batman.
Jason Sanders.
Go back to that stream, Batman. I told you we have to keep Tua. We're gonna lose, buddy. If Tua is our starter next year, you get a Tyreek Hill. You get a Tua jersey.
No, you
get
said
a
it
Waddle
was this
jersey.
season. You said it was this season. You said it was this season.
I said if he
Tua's being
survives
started
this
by-
season. If he's our starter next year, going into next year, that means he's gonna have to win a playoff game. There's a chance we lose a playoff game and he's not our quarterback next year. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. I literally said it a little while ago on this stream, Batman. I said this is starting to look like the team that's gonna make the playoffs, but just like the normal playoff Dolphins. The 99 Dolphins, the 2008 Dolphins, we're going to go in and get blown out. That's not going to keep Tua around.
Positivity before it makes old.
Is that Pam? Pam, I understand y'all want positivity, but y'all got to remember the last thing I saw when my team was in playoff, get in and win, Tua was very bad. Y'all could come up with a coach excuse. Y'all could come up with the O-line excuse. Y'all could come up with whatever excuse. All I know is the last two seasons, right? Tua was in and he failed. Late in the season. This is what we know.
From Teapot or from Crypto. Like I think we need to hear those guys take. So Teapot, don't go away, Teapot. I think we should hear your take.
First of all, this is my first time on a panel. We want to
Welcome.
thank everyone. Love
Shout
listening
out
to all y'all. I think our offense will be all right. I'm more worried about the defense traveling than anything, and I feel like X has lost a lot of his confidence. So hopefully he can get that back and they can step up.
You know, he definitely is lost. I don't want to say he's lost a step, but he's not what he was the last couple of years. But I also think with that being
That's
said,
from the growings.
It also is he's being put a lot's on his shoulders right now, more than it's ever been before. Like this is the least talented backfield he's played with in the last 4 years. You know,
Teapot, those are good takes.
Can I add to that?
Just so many injuries in that secondary. I mean, you just put it on
I can't believe Batman asking for that jersey like he's right, bro. These 2 years out here like
I've
y'all
been right
right,
about
bro.
Tua since day one.
I got you, Batman. You gonna
Nah,
get
but
it,
listen.
but it's when I say he's right.
Let me say this though, like to touch up on and what Steven said was what's it? I don't want to say his name wrong. He said Teapot.
Teapot.
Teapot. So like Bonjo mentioned this, I've been saying this for a while. I know people want to knock on Javon Holland and X, and people want to give credit to Byron Flores, right? But we're not gonna get into that conversation today. It's not that day. All right. Obviously, we know that Javon Holland is running the Babysitters Club, right? He got to worry about that side of the field. Yeah, Cater Cole who's playing lights out, but he is running the Babysitters Club, and that's why Javon can't be Javon. As far as X, isn't it convenient that the 2 years that Byron Jones has been here with X, that's the best years we've seen of Xavier Howard, and obviously not seeing Byron out there makes X have to do more. Listen, a groin injury, if nobody's ever had one, it's painful.
And he's got two of them.
Very, very painful.
Yeah.
And he has both groins. Yes, exactly.
Well,
So,
I'm pretty sure I heard
one
of the coaches say that they need to have him get some of his confidence back. I'm pretty sure I heard him say that in one of the interviews. And
It's just been such a bad season.
He's not.
You know what I mean?
He's never been
hey, listen,
type
but
of dude, but he's
just
not,
real quick,
there's
just
like
because I'm gonna jump off, but and there's a lot of noise here in my truck. So But listen, shout out to Doll Freaky because like she posted
my bestie.
Yeah. Yes, she posted this thing. I think it was like Saturday or it was Friday morning. She looked up in the sky and there was a giant X. And she said something around the lines, this is the week that Xavier was going to have a pick. But then again, he had that touchdown. So, hey, I know he wasn't the one that delivered the hit. That was Eric Rowe, but X did score. So hopefully that confidence issue that we're talking, maybe it's back. Hopefully, let's see.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
All right.
I feel like
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. I just realized the time. I got to get out of here. I got to go to a meeting. So I'm not going to do final thoughts of the day, but I do want to say, Pamela, you're absolutely, I'm going to do my spread kindness here at the end. Pamela, you're amazing. I love you. You're awesome.
Thank you. I love you back.
My final thought to you is just keep doing you. Don't let these haters hate. Forget about them. Okay. I got your back, homie. All right.
Thank you.
All right. I love you, Pam. Be good. Next is Teapot 954. Dude, I want to see you back up here again, man. Super excited that you came through, bro. You're the man, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Of course.
All right. Mark, I wish you weren't a Bills fan, but such is life. We can't all be perfect. We all make mistakes growing up. Yours was becoming a Bills fan. But you're here. I appreciate the support. And don't let Vonjo mad. He tried to come up here, exploit the rule, and the rule backfired on him. So let Vonjo hate. Go ahead, Vonjo. Go ahead and hate, homie. Hate. I'm sorry. I'm all about spread kindness. I'm not supposed to be spread hate. Mark, I love you, brother. Keep well, I don't want to say keep doing you because then that would encourage you being a Bills fan. Welcome to if you ever want to come on the bandwagon, we'll welcome you with open arms. But appreciate what you're doing, Mark. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow. You're the man, brother. Appreciate it. All right, good talk, Russ. Anyways, Finn's up to a time. Appreciate it, my guy. Thank you for coming on, hanging out today. It was a lot of fun. You there, Finn?
Steven, it was my first time being up here, so I just wanted to, appreciate you for having me on, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on. I want to see you more. I want to see you more up here, man. And I appreciate you coming, man. It means a lot, and I hope to see you more up on the panel.
Oh, definitely, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Batman 2423, one of the best personalities here at Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. You guys can see him each and every Wednesday night. Tonight at 8:30 p.m. right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. You can check Batman out. He's going to do an amazing show tonight.
I was going to come up on his show last night, but my daughter tied me up and my son had a basketball game because I had some comments about the flow thing that were just kind of balanced because everybody was going each way. It was just kind of sad to see, a whole argument that doesn't need to be happening.
I appreciate it, Steven. Thank you. I'll be there tonight, 8:30 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here on Miami Sports Music, 8:30. And then if you got nothing to do throughout the day, like me, Lewis, Pamela, we are going to fire up a Twitter space from like 1 to 7:30. We'll be all day talking Fins.
Yep. Go
Love
check
y'all.
out that, man. Love you, brother. Be good. All right. Who else I got left? I got Hot Dog Man and William Perry. So let me go Hot Dog Man. Hot Dog, you're never getting a hot dog from me. You can add them up on interest. It doesn't matter. No $5.
You up to 37 hot dogs now.
No, you're never getting a hot dog from me. Never gonna happen.
37. The interest is steadily accumulating, compounding daily.
Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
37. That's gonna be for everybody that comes on the panel gets at least one dog. Now,
one dog.
You're in debt to everybody now, Steve. The interest is constantly growing.
No, I'm never paying back the hot dog.
That's enough for William Perry to get 3 now.
Exactly. And I want my 3, Steven. After I give you that $999,995 back.
Hey, you do owe me $1 million. That's right. Crypto, I love you, brother. Be good, Crypto. And last but not least, William Perry. You, sir, have been one of the shining bright lights to the panel as of recently. I'm so glad you joined the show. You're so much cooler than Bon Joe is. Bon Joe is listening right now. I pray that he's listening.
Well, I appreciate everybody that's been so nice. Everybody's been so kind on all the panels that I've joined here recently. Everybody's been like, I've told a few stories about some things that's happened. Oh, I forgot to mention that Mika Fitzpatrick story. I was drunk the entire time, so that was a kicking point that we probably needed to go through because I was not sober whenever that happened.
Alcohol was involved in that story. That's good to know. That makes things a lot worse, sir. Never mind.
Yeah.
William, I appreciate it. I don't know if you owe to the swear jar or if you just want to donate or just be an awesome individual and just say, tell people to donate to the channel real quick.
Y'all donate to the channel. Me and Ron, listen, I want to put something together with Ron 954. And if he doesn't answer me, I'm going to start harassing him on Instagram, just making bad comments on Instagram.
You should harass Von954 on Instagram.
But it's been great. And I really appreciate everybody when they come up and I appreciate all the kind words and messages and everything like that. And if you ever need to get a hold of me, Steven, you've got my number. And everybody can catch me on Facebook or Instagram at William Perry. That's actually my name. So,
The refrigerator.
The ice tray.
The ice tray. You're the William.
I'm too small.
Perry. You're not a refrigerator.
I'm too small. Yeah, I'm too small to be
all right.
A refrigerator, Steven.
William, get out of here.
You're the best.
You're the best. I'll talk to you later. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show. Shout out. This clap isn't for me. It's for y'all because y'all are the best fans in the world. I couldn't do this every day without y'all. I love doing this show each and every day, and it's so much fun. You want to know why? Because y'all are the best fans. And I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday. Tamaris, Cameron 954. We're going to be doing the picks, celebrity NFL picks. That's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure y'all are here for that. And we're going to do that. Tomorrow, celebrity NFL picks. Tonight. Make sure you check out my brother Batman. It's going to be fun. I think it's 8:30. 8:30, right? I have the thing right here. Why don't I just confirm it to make sure that I'm telling you correctly? Yes, 8:30 tonight. Batman. Make sure y'all come. It's going to be fun. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hey, seriously, y'all don't have to donate to kick people off. You can donate out of the kindness of your heart just to donate. So however much you like the show today, why don't you guys donate? You guys can donate on Cash App or PayPal. I put it in the chat. You can donate on YouTube. If you're rewatching this, you can use the YouTube Live Super Thanks. Whatever you think, just donate. Help the channel become amazingly huge and big. And hit the like button and subscribe. We're less than 60 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. I need your help. Let's go. See y'all tomorrow.
I think I need some chateau custom with some Dolphins colors just to let them know we here. Yeah, I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Biz for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome.